Unto the Grave by John Penn. Dramatized for radio by Melville Jones, with John Castle as Superintendent Thorne. A country hotel somewhere in the Cotswolds. The year is 1953. Unto the Grave.
Well, there it is. Witchwood House Country Hotel. Next left.
Very impressive.
10 acres altogether.
I must have driven past this place a few times, you know. Extraordinary to think they've been here 3 years.
What about that, then?
Neo-Georgian, is that what they call it?
Not Neo. The real thing.
Must have cost them a fortune.
Well, they got a fair amount for the pub, you know.
Even so.
They had a huge loan from the bank, too. Rose said they were terrified when they started. Wondered whether anyone would come.
Well, business can't be too bad, not with these cars. Perhaps I should park ours out of sight.
He maybe going to ask you to.
What? Good God, a flunky.
Well, wind down the window.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Am I okay here?
Fine.
Not lowering the rateable value?
Certainly not, sir. Good cars, these. In their time.
Oh, thank you. We're looking for Mr. and Mrs. Kempton.
That's right. It's Mr. Thorne, isn't it? Superintendent Thorne, rather.
Mr. will do on Sundays.
Mr. Kempton asked me to look out for you. He's serving in the bar. If you step this way, I'll take you through.
Just point us in the right direction. You'll have other customers.
Oh, right, thanks. Just go straight through the reception hall. Bar's on the left.
Thank you.
Enjoy your lunch. Just a moment, I'll be right with you.
Oh, a pleasant young man.
Yes.
Well, isn't he?
I'm sure it's just...
Just what?
a feeling. I've seen him before.
Sunday, George. Remember, day of rest.
Of course, but I'm sure I know him from somewhere.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
After all these years.
If I hadn't bumped into Rose in Marks and Sparks, it might have been another 20 years.
I couldn't believe it.
Oh, but I aged that much.
No, that was it. You look just the same.
What about me, Rose?
Well, a little fuller in the face, perhaps.
Oh, not just the face, I'm
He
afraid.
doesn't pound the beat now, of course.
So I gather, Superintendent, Rose told me. Gosh, when I think of you as that fresh-faced young popper.
You know what they say when policemen start to look older?
Well, my memory of you, John, is bellowing last orders, please, and tipping the drunks out into the old Kent Road.
Labouring in the vineyard, that's what it's called, isn't it?
Oh, far cry from this.
Oh, yes, we had to get out. That's a young man's game. Cigarette?
No, thanks.
To your little place in the Cotswolds.
Yes. Well, I must say I wondered if we were jumping out of the frying pan into the fire.
Oh, hardly. This is a far cry from the smoke.
Oh, it's lovely, but when I think of what we borrowed...
Yeah, you'll soon get it back. Business seems brisk.
Ah, touch wood. We've been lucky. Kind words and a few guidebooks.
yes.
Just luck, John, I'm sure.
Well, of course, we've worked hard at it. Well, you have to keep smiling in this game, you
Oh,
know.
yes, but I love it when you really get to know the guests here. Well, they're more like friends.
We're not too late, are we? Vern wanted to take a shortcut through the woods.
Yeah, it seemed like a good idea, but we ran out of track.
No problem. I told them to keep your table.
Oh, great. And is it roast beef? Tell me it's roast beef.
It is.
And with the mint sauce? There has to be mint sauce.
Not with beef, Polly. Oh, I have to apologize for my wife.
Your wife. I still can't get used to that, Vern.
Oh.
Americans, too. Your fame is spreading.
Oh, well, I shan't mind if they're all like those two.
Honeymooners, very romantic. They even take their morning run hand in hand.
Perfect, Rose. Another perfect meal.
Thank you.
You really do spoil us.
I couldn't decide between the chocolate mousse and the pavlova.
So we had some both.
Oh, shush, Anne. You'll get us thrown out.
Oh, hardly. Mr. and Mrs. Fowler are our favourite guests.
Oh.
They were among the first to stay.
And we've been back regularly ever since. Is this your first visit?
Well, yes, but we're not proper guests.
Here, let me introduce you. Miranda Thorne and Superintendent George Thorne of the Thames Valley Police.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Not an official visit, I hope.
Oh, certainly not, Mr. Fowler. I never drink on duty.
We knew each other a long time ago in London.
Oh.
And we've just bumped into each other again, living about, 10 miles apart, and we never realised.
I see. Well, if you're like us, you'll find it hard to stay away. They look after you so well. Please, Rose, do tell Felix how much we enjoyed the meal.
I will.
Now, I think, William, it really must be a little walk after all that gorgeous...
Satisfied clients?
If they were all like the Fowlers, life would be a bed of roses. They've even entrusted us with their ruby wedding celebrations. The party's next week.
And Felix will go to town on that.
Felix?
Our chef, Monsieur Le Chat. Hence, Felix.
Well, it's better than puss, I suppose.
Is he really French? Or is that his stage name?
Oh, no, the real thing, even down to the temperament. But he cooks like a dream. Everyone says so.
I never take coffee after lunch, Morris.
Well, almost everyone. I hope you enjoyed the meal, Mrs. Blair.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Quite pleasant.
Excellent. Most enjoyable.
Of course, I'm not really a roast beef person. I like highly spiced things. One gets used to them.
Nina spent most of her childhood in the Far East.
My father was a diplomat. You understand.
Oh, I see.
Still, it's a far cry from Maidenhead.
Of course, that's where you are now.
And I shall never get used to the winters here, I'm afraid.
Really?
We shall have to come and stay more often, I can see. Sit by your log fires.
We shall look forward to that.
And now I think some brisk exercise is called for. All those carriers.
Just what the Fowlers thought. They've gone for a walk. You might catch them up.
Splendid.
Not for me, Morris. I shall have to lie down for at least an hour.
Poor chap.
She's a bit of a dragon, I'm afraid, but he seems to cope with her pretty well.
rather him than me.
There are compensations, I believe.
Really, what?
Money. She pays all the bills.
Ah, wealthy wife. Lot to be said for it.
Oh, dear. Well, the rush should be over now. I'll just check with Paul that our table's ready.
Okay.
I can hardly believe your baby Paul looks after the dining room.
Well, he's 20 now.
I'll try not to tell him the last time I saw him was when he was in nappies.
Well, not while he's serving the wine, anyway.
Nah.
George.
Not for me, thanks.
Oh, if you're sure. What about you, Mum?
Oh, no, thanks, love. Must keep a clear head for the accounts this afternoon. I tell you, I get so muddled with all these different rates of purchase tax.
Right. No takers, then.
Oh, that was a delightful meal, Paul. Do pass our compliments to the kitchen, to Felix.
Thank you. I certainly will, Mrs. Thorne.
Yeah, please, Miranda, not Mrs. Thorne. After all, I remember you in...
In what?
nothing. Nothing, really.
She means in your nappy.
Not a pretty sight, I'm sure. Now, you must excuse me.
Honestly, I hope he wasn't embarrassed.
Paul, embarrassed? You're joking. Come on, George. Let me show you round.
Oh, lovely. Excuse us, ladies.
Shall we have coffee in the lounge, Miranda?
Are you sure we're not keeping you from anything?
No, only the dreaded accounts.
Oh, I don't think I could cope with those.
What makes you think I can?
Oh, Mrs. Kempton.
Yes?
There is a gentleman on the phone would like to speak to you.
Me? What about?
Well, he didn't say.
Well, who is he, Helen?
Mr. Mortlake.
Switch the call through to the office, please, Helen. You go on into the lounge, Miranda. I won't be long. This is Mrs. Kempton.
Of course it is. Rosebud.
Who is this?
Come on, love, don't tell me you've forgotten.
What the hell do you want?
Now, is that the way to speak to your
Look,
ever-loving...
I don't want to speak to you or see you ever. Do you understand?
That could be tricky.
What do you mean?
Didn't they tell you I'm booked into your cozy little hotel?
No.
Looking forward to it, our little reunion. We'll have such a lot to talk about, Rosebud, won't we? Such a lot.
Roy, look, please. Stay away. I'll try
Till
to...
later then, lovely. Bye for now.
Oh, please. Oh, my God.
Hello. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
No, not at all. No, I was just struggling with the crossword.
Well, please don't let me. You see, I'm waiting for Mrs. Kempton. She had to take a phone call in her office.
I've given up, actually. I
am awfully stupid when it comes
Good Lord. Pardon? I'm sorry, but you're Cassandra Gray, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I thought so. There was an article in one of my magazines. Pictures of you in your garden and...
Oh, dear.
And the books. Oh, I'm a great fan. I've read them all. Oh, how very brave of you. Not at all. I love historical novels. I keep pestering our local library for them, yours in particular.
Oh, I am flattered. Yes.
Is there a new one, by the way?
Yes, there is. That is why I'm here. It's to finish it off. No one can get at me, you see. No telephone, no call.
What's it going to be called? Have you decided?
Well, I had thought that...
I'm sorry, Miranda, to abandon you.
Oh, that's fine. I was just talking... You all right, Rose?
What?
You look ghastly.
No, I'm fine.
Are you sure, dear? You look very pale. Come and sit down.
No, really, I'm okay.
Can I get you something? Brandy? Tea?
Oh, yes, what a...
The coffee's coming. Don't worry, I'm all right. Really.
Well, if you say so.
It must be the thought of the accounts. It's enough to make anyone feel faint. Well, now, I see you've met our famous novelist.
You know your way back to the main road, sir?
Yes, thank you.
Hope to see you again.
Oh, I'm sure you will. Bye.
Bye. It was lovely, wasn't it?
Excellent. They certainly seem to have landed on their feet.
It must be hard work, though, being pleasant to people all day.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, of course you don't. Not in your job.
Unfair.
Maybe, but I wouldn't fancy it. Must be a straight left here. Poor Rose was quite done for after lunch. Shattered.
Really?
George, what are you thinking about? You're miles away.
That young man.
Oh, Lord, you're still worrying about that.
I was just curious.
His name's Tom Latimer.
How did you find
I asked Rose. He's very reliable and honest, it seems. Satisfied?
Local, is he?
No. London, I gather.
Left, did you say?
But she didn't seem to know much about his background.
Didn't she now? Bit odd, don't you think?
You say you have a reservation, sir?
Yes, I telephoned.
Of course. And the name?
Mortlake. Roy Mortlake.
Mortlake?
Yes. For God's sake, how many more times?
Yes. Yes, here we are. 15, yes, you're in room 15.
I hope it's quiet.
Oh, yes, all our rooms are, sir.
Good. And I'd like some tea sent up.
Of course. You must be tired after the journey.
I am. The train was late and I had to wait for a taxi at the station.
Well, if you'd asked, we could have had a
It's quite
car
a
meeting.
strain for a man just out of hospital, I can tell you.
Oh, dear, I'm sorry you've been ill.
There's a minor op. Nothing serious, but it takes it out of you.
I'm sure. Well, you can rest completely at Witchwood. Anything you want, just ask.
I will.
Can I ask how long you'll be staying, sir?
I haven't decided. Depends.
I see. Yes, well, I'll have your case brought up, and I'll organise some tea. Your room 15 is straight ahead of you, and then up the main stairs.
Not too long with that tea, if you don't mind.
I do mind, Mr. Mortlake. I mind very much.
Welcome back to Witchwood, Canon.
Thank you.
And Mrs. Hurley, are you well?
Not terribly, I'm afraid. Nasty bronchitis.
Oh, dear. Anyhow, I'm sure the Cotswold air will put you right.
Now, come and help with the cases, dear.
Yes, of course.
And Miss Hurley, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Fine.
Here, let me help you with that. If you'd like to go on in, sir, I'll help Miss Hurley with the luggage.
Right you are. Come along, Margaret.
Miss me.
Tom, be careful. They're watching.
Let them.
Can't hang about there, Alice. It's getting chilly.
I'll bring the bags, sir. Look, I'll park the car for you in the stable garage. See if you can meet me there in about 10 minutes.
Yes.
On my way, Canon.
Oh, damn. 1 and 9 halfpenny now. How can I have missed it? See if you can find where I've gone wrong. I've added this column.
You never told me.
What? Told you what?
That we had a new guest booked in.
Didn't I?
A Mr. Mortlake.
I must have forgotten. Sorry.
It's not like you, Rose.
So I forgot. I'm sorry. What more do you want?
And that's all it was? You just forgot?
What is this, John? Does it matter?
Never mind. I've got to check the pool filter. I'll be about 20 minutes.
Come in.
Your tea, sir.
Right. Put it on the table. I'll have it after my bath. Oh, just a minute.
Yes, sir?
How long have you worked here?
Well, full-time for just over a year, since I finished college.
And before that?
Well, before that I lived here.
Lived?
Yes, my parents are the owners.
Oh, are they now? You got any brothers or sisters?
No, just me.
So all this will be yours one day.
Well, I don't know about
Well, that's
that.
quite a little windfall, eh? Plush place.
Well, we tried to
Business
keep...
must be booming.
Well, pretty fair, I'm pleased to say.
That's good news, isn't it? Very good news.
Yes, well, if there's nothing else, sir, I'll be...
No. That'll be all, son. For the moment.
I've looked forward to that.
Really?
Really? When you wrote and said your mother was ill, I was afraid you wouldn't come.
So was I.
How did you manage to get away?
I said I left my gloves in the car.
This is ridiculous, you know. We're not kids.
Don't. I know I'm 24 and they treat me as if I was...
tell them. It's no crime to be in love.
Are you, Tom? Really? Really in love with me?
Well, I've said so, haven't I?
Yes.
So?
I don't know. I can't believe it. Why me? What do you see in me?
Now stop it, Alice. Didn't I say it all in the letter?
But what do we know about each other? Just a week, nearly a year ago. That's all it was.
It was enough to be sure I wanted to see you again, to get to know you better, to be with you like this. So when are we going to tell them what we feel about each other? Shall I speak to your father?
No, you don't understand what he's like. He's a snob.
I see. Wouldn't approve of his daughter marrying the handyman.
Give it time, Tom.
So when do we get to meet properly? This is crazy like this.
I know, but...
Look, I'm free tomorrow afternoon. Can you get away for tea in Windrush? 4 o'clock in the Copper Kettle?
I'll try.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
That's all right, Mr. Kempton. Miss Hurley has lost her gloves in the car. I was just helping her look for them.
Ah, I see.
And I found them. Thank you, Mr. Latimer, for your help. I'd better get back. Father will be wondering where I am.
Tom, I don't want to seem...
See what, Mr. Kempton?
Forget it. Do you know where the new bottle of chlorine is? We're nearly through the old one.
I think I saw it over here somewhere.
Can't a man get a drink around here?
I'm sorry, I was in the kitchen.
Well, well. Long time, eh, Rosebud?
What are you doing here? What do you want with me?
Different hairstyle, bit more weight, perhaps. Suits you. Not the little waif I used to know.
I'm nothing to you now, nothing. Now get that straight.
I wonder what happened to you, Rose, all these years.
How did you find...
Luck. Pure luck. For me, anyway.
Well, if it's money you want, you're out of luck. Everything we have is tied up in this place.
Yes. So your son was telling me.
Paul? You've spoken to
don't
Paul?
worry, just a general chat. Business is good, he told me, very good. Yes, you must be worth a bob or two now. Wouldn't you say, Rosebud?
Haven't you done me enough harm? What more is there?
Well, that all depends, doesn't it? I shall have to see.
I don't want you here.
Now, that's no way to talk. I'm very comfy here. I could quite grow to like
No.
it.
I am warning you, Roy.
Warning? You're warning me? You get it into your pretty little head. I'm the one that does the warning.
Chilly by the pool now.
What he really means, Mrs. Kempton, is that it's time for a drink.
Well, it has gone 6, time enough. 2 of our usuals, please.
Right. 2 sherries.
Dry.
Will you join us, Mrs. Kempton?
No, thank you.
And what about you, sir? Will you take a drink with us?
Oh, well, that's very civil of you. I'll have a whiskey.
Oh, good, good.
Aren't you going to introduce us, Mrs. Kempton?
Oh, of course. Mr. and Mrs. Fowler. This is Mr. Mortley.
Oh, how do you do?
Oh, never mind the Mr. Mortley. Roy is the name. We don't need to stand on ceremony, do we? Mrs. Kempton.
Excuse me. Tom.
Great, you made it. I was beginning to think
I
you
had
wouldn't
trouble
turn up.
parking.
Well, you're not so well in with the local police as I am. I've ordered tea cakes. I hope that was all right.
Fine.
So what did you tell them?
Oh, some pathetic lie about needing to go shopping.
And they swallowed it.
Yes, they did. But
But what?
there's a man staying there, a Mr. Mortley.
I know. So what about it?
Oh, he's awful, unpleasant.
Awful? Why?
He heard me telling them about coming here to the shops.
Well, what does that matter?
Perhaps it's silly, but he seemed to be leering at me, as if he knew I was lying.
Oh, how could he?
I suppose he couldn't. But then I did meet him when I left you in the garage. He was sort of hanging about, taking the air, he said, but
It's
I
just
thought that...
imagination. It's no wonder, really, all this cloak and dagger stuff. If we just told
Oh,
them...
please, Tom, don't lecture me. I know it seems cowardly.
All right. Not another word, I promise. Anyway, I should be flattered that you put yourself through all this for me.
Tea and cakes for 2.
Oh, lovely.
Yes. 2 tarts. 2 hot butter.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shall I pour? Penny for them.
Oh, I was just thinking how nice it is to be together. A chance to be alone.
Yes.
Oh, there's so much I want to ask you. I know so little.
What do you need to know? We know all that matters.
Yes, of course, but...
Mysterious past, is that it?
Is it mysterious?
Ah, that would be telling.
Would it?
Can you get away again? Tomorrow afternoon.
Where?
My cottage.
I don't know.
Please try. For me.
All right.
Well, then. What have we here? A tryst?
Good afternoon, Mr. Mortlake.
Giving your folks the slip, then, have you?
What do you mean?
Don't worry. Your secret's safe with me. You're only young once.
Miss Hurley was doing some shopping.
Oh, I believe you. Thousands wouldn't. Enjoy yourselves. Don't worry. I won't play gooseberry.
He's ruined everything, everything.
Of course he hasn't. We're doing nothing wrong.
You don't know how my father's mind
It'll be
works.
all
Tom.
right, Alice, believe me. Don't worry about an oaf like Mortlake.
It's easy for you to say that,
Forget
Tom.
him. Now eat up your tea cake.
I won! I beat him!
That's what I touched first!
Yeah, I won! Didn't I, Mr. Blair?
Well, it looked that way to me, Polly. Right. Well, we'll see. I'll race you back again. Ready, steady?
Oh, you're sneaky, Vern Raven, but I'll get you!
Just look at them. Athletic young couple, aren't they?
Particularly the girl.
What?
Flaunting herself, leaping about. Don't tell me you hadn't noticed
Oh,
all
I
this.
only commented
Why
that...
else have you taken up this early morning
That
running?
has nothing to do...
Pounding after those tiny shorts she wears. Do you realise how absurd you look?
Please, Nina, keep your voice down.
Embarrassing, isn't it? Have you ever considered how you've embarrassed me over the years? Watching you chase every pretty little girl in...
Stop it! You know you're talking nonsense. Oh, good morning, Miss Gray.
It's a lovely day again, Mr. Blair.
Yes, we're very lucky with the weather.
I said there might be thunder later.
Oh, I do hope
My
not.
head is certainly throbbing. It always plays up when there's thunder about.
Perhaps you'd better take your walk this morning, Miss Gray.
Oh, no. A creature of habit, I'm afraid. Back to the typewriter for a couple of hours now, and then a walk.
Yes, I'm sure there's thunder in the air. I feel it above the temple.
Oh, dear.
That doesn't help.
Young Paul's getting Tom to tune his engine for him. He lives for that car.
Well, I think it's most inconsiderate.
I reckon that's done it, Paul. She was running too rich.
Yeah, I thought that was probably it.
No point having a beast like this if you're not getting full power.
Oh, right.
Should I just take her for a quick blast, see how she goes?
Yeah, fine. I better get back to the bar.
Right. Now let's see what you can do. That's more like it. Hello. Out for a little stroll, are we? That made you jump, I reckon, Mr. Mortlake.
Ah, good morning, Mr. Mortlake. What would you
That's
like?
your car out there.
Yes, you're an enthusiast. I only got...
Little sod.
What?
You trying to scare me off, were you? Well, let me tell
are you talking
don't
about?
give me that baloney. I suppose it was that bitch of a mother put you up to it. Well, I'll give you a bit of advice.
here.
No, you look here and see what you make of this. Don't you ever try that on me again, sonny boy. Okay?
There. That should help the swelling. How's it feeling now?
Oh, not so bad. I think it was more the shot than anything.
What the hell was Tom thinking of?
Oh, he meant it as some sort of joke, I think. He's going to apologise to Mortlake.
No, I'll deal with Mr...
Not on my account, Dad. I've had worse than this playing rugby.
I'm not letting that animal...
But it wasn't just me, Dad. It's more complicated.
What do you mean, complicated?
Well, I don't really know. It's crazy, but he seemed to think Mum had something to do with it. Trying to warn him off, he said.
Did he?
Look, what's going on, Dad? I want to know.
Yes, I suppose you have to. I just hope you'd never need to know.
Well, know what? Is it something to do with Mum? Well, is it?
Yes, it is something to do with your mother. With your mother and Mortlake.
Roy Mortlake? What's he to Mum?
Well, you know your mother was brought up in care, don't you?
Yes, with foster parents.
Yeah, a whole succession of them. She wasn't very lucky. Each completely indifferent to her existence, or so she thought. So, at 16, she ran away.
Well, I never knew that.
No, well, she went to London like they all do. Slept rough, literally, in a public park. And that's where this man found her. Took her home with him. Well, at first, Roy, that's how she always spoke of him, was kind to her. She was flattered. At last, someone seemed to care.
And this Mortlake
And
was...
then it began to go wrong. It seemed he was mixed up in something crooked. They had to keep moving. Cash was scarce. Roy wanted your mother to contribute. It was easy money, he told her.
What was?
When she refused, he beat her up. Well, you have to understand how vulnerable she was. Barely 17, no one she could turn to. What choice did she have?
Well, I still don't see what...
Come on, Paul. Do you want me to spell it out for you? Roy Mortlake was a pimp.
And Mum did... Oh, I don't believe
Don't
it.
judge her.
I'm not judging her. It's that bastard I'm judging.
Yes, well, she got away as soon as she could. And that's when I first met her.
So you knew?
Yes. When I asked her to marry me, she told me. Well, it made no difference to my feelings. Why should it? She's a wonderful woman, your mother. When you think what she's overcome.
What the hell's he doing here? In our hotel, our home. Why didn't you throw him out the moment he arrived? I mean, surely you must have realized what it must be like for Mum to have him round the place. So why is he still here?
It's not as simple as you think.
Of course it's simple.
Your mother and I don't speak about those things. The past. It was over 20 years ago. I'm sure she's never seen Roy Mortlake again until he walked in here 2 days ago.
Even so, for whatever reason, he's here. Somehow he's found her. She must want him out, surely.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
What, she doesn't, you mean?
Oh, I don't know. I just don't know.
Oh, but you must have talked about it. Well, haven't you?
Paul, there's something else.
What?
Your mother isn't aware that I know who Mortlake is.
But you said she told you everything.
Yes, but not his surname. She just spoke of him as Roy.
Then how do you know it's him?
Well, when we moved down here, I was shifting some old stuff out of the attic, some photographs. A small snapshot fell out from behind one of the frames. I'm sure your mother never remembered she'd put it there. It was a young man, and on the back was scrawled Roy Mortlake.
And you never said anything?
Oh, it wasn't important by then. I'm sure we thought we'd never see him again, and then I heard a Mr. Mortlake was booked in here. Well, it's not a common name, and I hoped, of course, it was a coincidence. And when I saw him, there was no doubt, even after all these years.
But why hasn't Mum said anything?
I don't know. It's just it. I suppose it's because she doesn't want to hurt me, raking up her past again.
Well, couldn't you tell her?
Yes, I've thought of it. Well, I gave her the chance to tell me, but I suppose she's just hoping you'd clear off.
Well, I think we should tell her. We both should. It makes no difference to us what happened in the past. We love her too much for that. Tell her, then give Mortlake the boot. Tell him to go to hell.
No, Paul.
Well, if you don't, I will.
Well, think about it. If he gets vindictive, he could cause trouble. Spread rumours among the visitors, the staff. And that would destroy your mother. I'd never let anything like that happen, Paul.
No, Dad. Nor would I.
Afternoon, Cannon.
Afternoon, Mr.
Mortlake. What brings you out in the storm?
I think I'll make it back before the rain. I never miss my afternoon walk, you know.
Ah, I see. I thought perhaps you were going to young Tom Latimer's cottage.
Why on earth should I do that?
To join your lovely daughter, of course.
My daughter, Alice, is back at the hotel. Resting, she said.
Oh, did she now? Naughty girl.
Now, look here, Mr. Mortlake, I'd rather...
She may be lying down, Cannon, but I doubt if she's resting.
Dare you speak like that?
Off it, Cannon, wake up. Thick as thieves they were when I saw them in Windrush,
Huh?
billing and cooing.
You saw them?
And I've just seen your sweet young daughter going into Mr. Latimer's cottage there.
Yes, well, I'm sure you're mistaken.
No mistake, believe me. She knows what it's about, all right.
But
You've only got to look at her. She's asking for it, Cannon. Asking for it.
I don't feel guilty. For the first time since I met you, I don't feel guilty.
Good.
I don't understand it. I've lied to my parents. I've jumped into bed with someone I hardly know, and all I feel is happiness.
That's all that matters, isn't it?
Yes, I suppose it is.
First rule of living.
If it feels right, then it is right.
I doubt if my father would agree.
I think it's time we did something about your father.
What do you mean?
Like telling him the truth.
Perhaps you're right. No, I'm sure it's worth it. I can face it.
Excellent. So when shall we do it?
Oh, you know what he's like, Tom. He'll ask questions about you.
My prospects, you mean? whether my intentions are honourable.
Yes, just that. And your past, your family, all that stuff.
Yes, I dare say he will.
So what will you tell him, Tom? What will you tell me? Well, Tom?
I'll think of something.
I'm serious, Tom.
Well, you've no business to be at a time like this. There. It's tea time. I'll put the kettle on.
Tom,
Yes?
can I have a bath?
Sure. All our sins are washed away, huh? There should be a clean towel in there. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, who the hell's that? Oh, hello.
Oh, I am so sorry to disturb you, but I was desperate. Look, I'm soaked.
Oh, come in.
I foolishly set off without a map, and then the heavens opened, and yours was the only refuge in sight. It really
Well,
was.
make yourself at home. I'm sure it'll soon blow over. Would you like some tea? I'm just about to make some.
Oh, yes, I would, if it's no trouble.
Oh, please come through.
Oh, it is very cosy in here.
Yes, it used to be the lodge, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose it did.
Do you take milk? Lemon?
Where are the towels, Tom? I can't...
Oh. Good afternoon, Miss Hurley.
Yes. Good afternoon, Miss Gray.
Miss Hurley got caught in the storm, too. Soaked to the skin.
Really?
Lucky I was in, wasn't it?
Very lucky. For both of us.
It'll have freshened up the rivers anyway. There could be some good fishing tomorrow.
There's a good stretch above Lexley we might try, if you fancy that.
Good idea. We'll make an early start.
Not too early, I hope, Morris. Have no fear. William's never up before 8.
Very
sensible. Morris will insist on this ridiculous running.
Keeps me in trim, Nina. Well, that's the idea anyway.
Oh, dear. That still sounds very nasty, Mrs. Hurley.
Yes,
Is it no better yet?
It does hang on rather. The medicine they prescribed doesn't seem to be doing much good.
William had some very good lozenges.
Oh, yes.
He still keeps them handy. William, do you have any of those throat lozenges with you?
Yes, I believe I do somewhere.
Perhaps Mrs. Hurley might try one. See if it helps.
Please don't go to any trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble. They're only up in our room, yes. I found them very good.
That's really very kind of your husband.
A pleasure. Now, what about some more coffee?
Oh, what a good idea.
Now, you lecture me. In fact, you just keep your nose out of my business. I intend to stay as long as I like, and I advise you not to throw me out. If you know what's good for you.
Just keep away from my family, is that clear?
Your family, that's rich.
What do you mean?
Let's just say I know a lot about little Rosebud. More than you can guess.
If you do anything to hurt
What
her,
on earth?
Mortlake, I'll...
You what?
I'll kill you!
You're pathetic. You know that?
We'll see who's pathetic.
Well, well, how very unpleasant.
This is great, Polly. It's so fresh after the rain.
Marvelous. Sets me up for a good plate of ham and eggs, sunny side up. Oh, bacon and eggs. Come here.
No Mr. Blair this morning.
He must be getting lazy.
Let's cut across by the pool, huh? Grass on the lawn will be wet.
Right, hey, be careful on the tiles. They'll be slippery.
Okay, now, watch me go, baby!
Oh, wait for me, you sneaky... you can't get... What is it? Why have you...
My God.
Oh, my God.
Get some help. Get some help, Polly. Quick! I'll try and get him out.
Oh, please, somebody!
All right. Your wife asked me... Oh, good gracious. Is he here? Quick, grab him. Oh, all right. I've got him. Oh, turn him over. I'll try and muster him out. I don't think... You must try. There's no point, man. Look at the back of his head. Oh, my God. Your wife's gone to get help. I was just sitting out when I met her. How could it have happened? I suppose he must have slipped. Hit his head on the side as he went in. I guess. It's very slippery after all that rain. Poor devil.
I phoned for an ambulance.
How is he? I'm afraid he's dead. What? Oh, my God.
Paul, look, if we get him onto one of the poolside lounges, we can carry him back into the hotel.
That's a good idea. Yes, I'll get one.
Ted, is there anything I can do?
Thank you. We're just going to get the body over to the house. If you could give us a hand, Mr. Fowler.
No. Wait.
Well, what is it?
In cases like this, it's better for the doctor to see the body in situ.
But surely...
I do know about this sort of thing.
What sort of thing?
There'll have to be an inquest, you know. Any unnatural death necessitates an inquest.
Sir, are you suggesting...
I'm not suggesting anything, Paul. It's normal procedure until everyone is satisfied.
About what? I think that what Mr. Fowler is trying to tell us is that it's possible Mr. Mortlake was murdered.
And I hope to have a satisfactory answer for you soon. Yours sincerely, Superintendent Thorne. See that done at once, will you?
Yes, sir.
Now, Abbott, what were the details again?
Skull bashed, floating in the swimming pool.
And on our patch, you say?
Witchwood House Hotel. It's just... by the
Witchwood House? Give me that.
That's right. Do you know it, sir?
Yes. I was having lunch there on Sunday.
Oh, I see.
We know the owners, my wife and I, from way back.
It's not very good publicity for him, sir.
Hardly, Sergeant.
I suppose it could have been an accident.
I doubt if you would have bothered me if that were the case.
Well, the doctor has his doubts.
Well, who's that?
Dr. Band. They called him in at once.
And he called us?
Yeah. He was worried.
Well, he's a good man, better than most. What did you tell him?
We'd be over. He'll wait.
I see.
That was right, sir, wasn't it?
Ah, yes, quite right. I must say, I'd hoped to return to Witchwood under happier circumstances.
I doubt if it was drowning that killed him, Superintendent. Well, here he is. You see, this wound is quite enough to do that by itself.
But not an accident.
Look at the side of the pool. They couldn't have produced that shape of wound.
No, you're right. Which leaves, of course...
the blunt instrument. The good old blunt instrument. And wielded with considerable force, I'd say.
So, if you're right, he was probably dragged here after he was dead.
Well, that would be my guess. We'll need to wait for the PM to be sure.
Sergeant Abbott's got his squad checking the grounds. If our killer, assuming there was one, didn't take the weapon away with him, it would be the obvious place to chuck it. I suppose you wouldn't care to...
Guess how long he was in the water? Well, it's very hard to be sure. I'd say no more than an hour. The path lab will tell you more.
Yes, in the meantime...
Excuse me, sir. There's something for you.
What?
We may have the weapon, also where it happened.
Oh, excellent.
Good.
Just over here, sir, where the path goes into the shrubbery.
Show me.
Right.
You'll need the glass, sir.
Oh, tough.
There, just the other side of the tape, where the bush is broken.
Yeah, definitely blood.
And particles of tissue. Small bits of bone.
We'll need samples, of course, Sergeant.
Of course, sir.
But well done, Abbott.
Well, thank you, sir. And there's something else.
Really?
The bush.
Well, what about it?
It's not damaged. Nor are any of these other shrubs.
Good. Very good. Which means that he didn't fall forward.
So he must have been squatting down, perhaps looking at that hydrangea?
Or perhaps been persuaded to look at it.
Which might suggest Mortlake knew his assailant stopped to chat.
It also means that whoever killed him didn't need to be tall or very strong, not to hit him from behind and above. Pity.
Why pity?
Because, Doctor, it means we cannot rule out the gentle sex.
Oh, I see.
And the weapon. You have that too?
Could be. Just behind the bush here. Careful, Doctor.
Yeah,
it's not really hidden.
As ordinary as that.
It's just a...
lime juice, I should say. Something like that.
Yes. Would fit the wound pattern. That sort of bottle.
Fingerprints?
Don't know yet, sir.
Let me know at once.
Sir.
Then I want you over in the hotel, Kempton's lent us his office.
Right, sir. The local bobby's told the guests no one can leave until they've been interviewed.
How did that go down?
Not too well, I gather.
I'm not surprised. You've got a complete list, I hope?
The receptionist telling Dearden she's getting the list for you.
Good.
And, sir...
Well?
I think she'd like a word. You seem quite keen.
Did she? I wonder why.
I don't know what you're thinking, of course, Superintendent, but really it must have been an accident.
And why is that, Mrs. Dearden?
You see, Mr. Mortlake was a completely unexpected visitor. He shouldn't have been here at all.
What do you mean?
He rang out of the blue Sunday morning, wanted to stay for a week or two.
So?
Well, at this time of the year, we're usually fully booked, but we just happened to have a cancellation. It was pure chance we could take him.
Oh, I see.
That's why it must have been an accident. No one here could have any reason to kill him. No one knew him.
Why did he come here? Did he say?
Pure coincidence, I think. He said the surgeon recommended us.
What surgeon?
Mr. Mortlake told me he'd had an operation. He needed to recuperate.
And the surgeon...
Had once stayed here. He must have liked it.
I don't suppose you would know the name of this surgeon?
No. But you could find out, I'm sure.
Oh, could I?
It was at this clinic in London. I've got the address Mr. Mortlake gave me in the register. He'd been living abroad, you know.
No, I didn't, Mrs. Dearden, but I expect I soon will. I'd like you to take Sergeant Abbott to the room Mr. Mortlake was using. He'll give you a receipt for anything we need to take away. All right, Sergeant?
Sir.
That's all then, Superintendent?
I think so, Mrs. Dearden. Just one thing.
Yes?
How long have you known Mr. and Mrs. Kempton?
I've worked here 3 years.
And before?
In London. I knew them from London when I used to work there.
Ah, I see. Almost old friends, really. Wouldn't you say?
We weren't really noticing anything, were we, Vern?
I guess not. Just running and chatting. You know how it is.
Not really, Mr. Raven. But you're a regular, it seems.
Every morning.
And do any of the other guests join you?
Sometimes Mr. Blair.
But not today.
No, he must have started out later.
How do you know that?
Oh, he was talking to Miss Hurley by the front door when I came running for help.
I see. So this morning whilst you were out, you saw no one?
No, no one.
And then when...
But I did.
Who?
I saw Tom Latimer.
You never told me. Latimer's one of the staff.
Yes, I know Mr. Latimer. Where did you see him, Mrs. Raven?
Near the shrubbery. Not the poolside, quite a bit away. I just caught a glimpse. I didn't mention it, honey, because it didn't seem to matter.
Does it, Superintendent? Does it matter?
Probably not.
Only I wouldn't want to point the finger.
Oh, of course not. You've been most helpful, and I'm sorry to have detained you.
Well, are we free to go now? To check out? I mean, we have quite a tough schedule, and...
Well, if you just bear with us a little longer, Mr. Raven, just until we've got all the statements. I'm afraid it does take time, you know.
It could ruin us, George. You realise that. I mean, once the press get hold of it, I suppose there's nothing you can do.
I'm sorry, John, nothing. I have to play it by the book, you know that.
Yes, of course. Is there any chance it could have been an accident?
Well, you tell me. You've seen the body. What do you think?
No, I suppose not.
Sir, what did you know about Roy Mortlake?
Me? Nothing. No, nothing at all. But I will tell you one thing.
What's that?
Well, maybe you're not supposed to speak ill of the dead, but Mr. Mortlake had a foul temper. He was the nasty, bullying type, I'd say.
What makes you say that?
Well, I better tell you, George, before somebody else does, but it has nothing to do with this. A couple of days ago, Mortlake had a row with Paul.
And?
Mortlake punched him, knocked him down.
Mortlake knocked Paul down? What on earth for?
Well, a stupid misunderstanding, and really it was Tom's fault. Nothing to do with Paul at all.
Tom Latimer?
Yeah.
Tell me about young Latimer, John. Everything you know.
He wouldn't get out of my way.
Or is it that you were trying to run him over?
Of course not.
But you didn't like him, did you?
No.
Why didn't you like him, Mr. Latimer?
He was unlikable.
That's all?
That's all.
What were you doing near the shrubbery early this morning?
I was doing my job.
What does that mean?
Checking to see if the hydrangeas have been damaged in the storm.
Did you see anyone around whilst you were so conscientiously doing your job?
Yes, the American couple. Oh, and old Canon Hurley.
Miss Hurley's father. What was he doing?
I didn't ask him.
I don't suppose you did, Mr. Latimer.
Sorry, sir, if I'm interrupting.
That's all right, Sergeant. I've finished.
I can go then.
Oh, just one more thing.
Yes?
Have a look at this. There. Do you know this man?
No. Not at all, should I?
Thank you.
Well, who is it?
That will be all. For the moment, Mr. Latimer.
This way, sir. What's this with the photograph, sir? Who is it, sir?
David.
Your son? What's he got to do with this?
Nothing, I hope. But it's the only photograph in my wallet.
Oh, fingerprints, sir. You wanted Latimer's prints.
Brilliant, Sergeant. And if we don't find them in records, I'll stand you your next half-dozen pints.
You reckon, sir?
I reckon. He's hiding something, that one. Giving nothing away about his past or his present. And I've seen him somewhere. I know it. That can't be good. Not if I know him from somewhere.
So you think he's the one, sir?
I didn't say that. Far too early for that, Sergeant. We've hardly started on this one. So, what did you find in Mortlake's room?
Expensive clothes, sir. I'm not short of a bob, Mr. Mortlake, that's for sure.
No, clothes aren't everything, Sergeant. Some men are...
And there was this, sir. All his papers. Tickets, checkbook, passports.
Passports?
There we are. Dual citizenship, British and Canadian. He emigrated 20 years ago, according to this.
And the checkbook?
A bank in Calgary, Alberta. And there are bank statements, share certificates, so on. I think he must have struck it rich over there.
Yes, not that it's done him much good. Right, you know the next step, Sergeant. Get onto the yard and see what they can find out from Calgary. I'll need another hour or so here.
How many more to see, sir?
Mr. Blair, Mr. Fowler and young Paul, they all help with the body. I'll need all their statements. And, I suppose Canon Hurley, too, after what Latimer said.
Not a very productive afternoon, then.
As expected, Sergeant, as expected. None of them had any idea how or why Mortlake ended up in this pool. Although at least Paul Kempton didn't pretend to be sorry.
Well, after that fight, I suppose there wasn't much love lost.
I don't think it was just the fight.
Really, sir?
Well, not so good at concealing their emotions, the young. Haven't learnt to dissemble, have they?
Whatever you say, sir. So, who was dissembling, then?
I'm not sure. I doubted Mr. Fowler was being as frank as he might have been.
Fowler? Struck me as very respectable retired solicitor, isn't
Right. That's why he was a bit uncomfortable, I think. Went against the grain.
What did?
I asked if he knew who might have a grudge against Mortlake.
And did he?
I think perhaps he did. He wriggled, squirmed a bit, but he couldn't quite bring himself to put in his pennyworth.
And Mr. Blair?
Nothing much there. He was the first to arrive when the alarm was raised, but so what? Somebody has to be.
So we haven't got much. Not yet.
On the contrary, we have a lot. But none of it very significant. It's what people don't tell you that's significant. But they will.
You sound pretty confident, sir.
Guilt. It weighs you down, so you have to tell someone. Then they know, so they need to tell someone. And so on. In the end, someone tells me.
As easy as that, is it?
We don't solve most murders by detection, Sergeant. Somebody tells us who did it. The best informant is a guilty conscience.
I'm sorry.
Please, darling, it'll be all right, honestly. You don't have to pretend
I should have
anymore.
told you as soon as he arrived.
No. I should have told you that I'd known all these years. I mean, there didn't seem any point. I never thought you'd see him again.
It was so cruel. Why me? Why did it have to be me?
Well, he must have known you were here, surely.
No, but he knew about us, our marriage all those years ago.
Why didn't he do anything then?
He didn't want me. Not then. I was dangerous to him, and then he went to Canada.
But not for good, unfortunately.
London was the best place for this operation, and somebody told him about the hotel, and he looked us up in a guidebook.
Rose Kempton, I suppose it had to be you.
Now I was worth going after, something he could spoil.
Just when he's dead. And I'm glad, very glad indeed.
John, you didn't...
No, I didn't kill him. You do believe me, Rose, don't you?
Yes. Oh, God, John, why did you have to tell Paul?
Well, better me than Mortlake. But you can't think that Paul...
Look, it's not what I think. It's the police. What will they think?
Oh, Rose, darling, listen. Don't torture yourself. They won't think anything. Why should they? They don't know about you and Mortlake. How could they? Oh, Rose, darling, what is it?
There are records.
What records?
There's something else you don't know, something I never told you.
It doesn't matter.
John, I was married to Mortlake. Legally, in a registry office. He said it would be more convenient, make his men friends feel safer. I didn't know it.
Oh, my God. Why did you never tell me, Rose?
It was all part of the nightmare. I never wanted to think about it ever again, and I never needed to until he walked in here.
Oh,
I'm
really?
sorry. Truly, I just can't seem to stop
It doesn't matter. I can't sleep anyway.
Oh, dear.
How could anyone be expected to sleep with this dreadful business going on?
Yes, poor Mr. Mortlake. It's hard to believe.
I have a good mind to call it a day and pack up and go home.
Perhaps we should wait a day or two. Time can sometimes...
I suppose we shall have to wait another day anyway. The police seem too incompetent to get anything done sooner. It seems Thorne has had the impertinence to forbid anyone from leaving until he says so.
But what can we tell them?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. I made it quite clear in my statement I have no idea how, where, or when it happened.
Well, I'm sure they won't detain us much longer, and then I suppose if you really want to go home, perhaps we should.
It will be for the best, my dear.
But Alice, she'll be terribly disappointed. We must think of Alice.
It is precisely because of Alice that I am determined that we should go.
Here you are. Take a couple. It should help.
Just can't face another night without sleep.
Another night?
Didn't get a wink last night, not with all that thunder about, and now this dreadfulness. I can't sleep for thinking about it, Morris. Who might be next?
Next?
Could be you. After all, you were the first responsible person on the scene. One just can't count those two young Americans. Who knows, Morris? Perhaps you saw something.
What do you mean?
Something the murderer didn't want you to see. Something he's afraid you might remember.
For goodness sake, Nina. It's been a ghastly day. Do we have to mull over it in the middle of the night? Now, please, try to get some sleep. You'll see. Everything will seem different in the morning.
And Abbott, I'd like to see those other 3 people before.
Yes, sir.
Oh, good morning, Superintendent.
Good morning. I'm sorry we're running a bit late.
But you will finish today.
Yes, I think so. Just a few more questions. I wonder if you'd be kind enough to ask these guests to be available this morning.
Right. I think most of them are still at breakfast.
Oh, no, please don't disturb them. There's no hurry.
Don't you believe it? Some of them are really fretting to be on their way.
Oh, I'm sure you can tell those who have to get away that they will be free to leave tomorrow. We shall want addresses where they can be contacted, of course.
Yes. Anyway, that should clear the air for the party tonight.
Party?
Yes, the Fowlers' ruby wedding.
Oh, yes, I remember.
Nobody really feels like it, but Mr. Campton says we must try to carry on normally.
Of course, he's absolutely right.
Besides, it'll keep Felix happy after all his hard work.
Felix? Oh, that's the chef?
The Frenchman, sir.
Yes. He's worked all week on this marvellous heart-shaped cake. It's fantastic.
Well, let's hope everything goes off all right.
Indeed. I'll go and let our guests know.
Ah, Miss Gray.
Yes? But she's not on your list.
No, but I'd like a word. Good morning, Miss Gray.
Good morning, Superintendent.
I wonder... So, perhaps you would let them know, Mrs. Dearden.
Oh, sorry. Yes, of course. Excuse me.
I was wondering if I might ask a favour, Miss Gray.
Oh, of course. Oh, but I really don't think I can be of much help. Well, I told you everything.
Actually, it has nothing to do with this case. Not business at all.
Oh. Oh, surely you're not going to ask for my autograph, Superintendent. Oh.
Well, not me. Not me personally, but my wife.
Oh.
She,
Of course, we met, didn't we, last Sunday?
That's right, and she's a great fan of yours. She knew I might see you, and so she wondered if you'd be kind enough to autograph your latest novel.
Oh.
She has a copy. Abbott.
The book, sir.
Oh, how flattering. I would be delighted.
Pen.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Now, what was your wife's name?
Miranda.
There you are. To Miranda. Oh, I do wish we could have chatted longer. A charming lady, Superintendent. We were getting on like a house on fire.
Good.
Yes. Oh, but then poor Mrs. Kempton came into the lounge in such a groggy state we got rather sidetracked.
Mrs. Kempton was unwell, you say? On Sunday?
Oh, yes, poor thing. She looked dreadful. I thought perhaps she'd had some bad news on the telephone, but it seems not, just a touch of dizziness. Oh, well, I must get on. Now, you can tell your wife I have reached the last chapter.
Yes, of course, and thank you for the autograph.
Not at all.
Shall I take the book, sir?
What? Yes, there you are. Well, that was virtue rewarded, wasn't it? Remembering to get her autograph for Miranda?
I don't quite follow you, sir.
I want you to check with Mrs. Dearden, Abbott, the time that Mortlake phoned to make his reservation, and who else he spoke to.
Enough?
Bit more. I need it. I wish someone else was in charge of this inquiry. It's not pleasant having to suspect one's friends.
I feel awful. Having to confirm what Cassandra Gray said about Rose. Never occurred to me it could be important.
Very, I'm afraid. Looks as if Rose knew Mortlake before he came to Witchwood. Why else should she be so upset by anything he said to her? Oh, here's that signed copy you asked for, by the way.
To Miranda? Oh, that was kind of her. What do you know about Mortlake? His past? Was he married, divorced, what?
We're checking it. I should have the information first thing in the morning.
What about John? And Paul?
I don't know. But I am sure that they know more than they've told me so far.
It's horrible. And it has to be murder?
Afraid so. The PM report was definite. No water in his lungs, which means he was dead before he entered the swimming pool. We found the place where he was struck down and the weapon. A bottle of lime juice, left out by the pool.
So, how do you think it happened?
I think someone wanted Mortlake dead. And I think that same someone knew about Mortlake's habit of a pre-breakfast walk and followed him. Realized Mortlake would come back through the shrubbery, so he waited. Or she, with a weapon so conveniently left by the pool. When Mortlake returned, I imagine he was persuaded to stoop down to look at something in the shrubbery. And then...
Dreadful. But why just drop the weapon? That was stupid, wasn't it?
I think the killer must have panicked.
Why? If it was planned...
But the plan went wrong, you see. That's what came through at the PM. Mortlake had an abnormally thin skull. It smashed. That's what caused the panic.
I'm not sure that
I think it's clear. The blow was intended to knock Mortlake unconscious. Then he'd be thrown in the pool, making it seem like an accident. It was very slippery out of the rain.
And when he saw he'd made a mess of Mortlake's head, do you think he just dropped the bottle and ran?
Yes.
Oh, that doesn't explain how Mortlake got into the pool.
There is an explanation.
You mean a third party?
Yes.
Oh, that's a bit far-fetched, isn't it? Why should someone else throw the body into the pool?
That I don't know. Not yet.
Just to confuse things? Oh, surely not.
There has to be an explanation, and we'll find it.
And you think it could be one of the Kemptons? Be honest. You do, don't you?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Lots of people have secrets in their past, things they don't want known. It doesn't make them guilty of murder, does it?
No, it doesn't.
And what about Latimer? Surely he's a much more likely candidate from what you've found out.
Well, we know he has a record and he's done time for violence. Abbott's chasing the details.
There you are, then.
Perhaps. No. I think I could manage another tot. What about you?
No, thanks. You know it keeps me awake.
Thorne here. Yes? Yes, I know it's only 5:30. What? How many? Yes, okay. I'll be with you in under the hour. No, you were right to call.
What is it? What's going on?
Dr. Band.
Who?
He's at Witchwood House. I've got to go immediately.
Why? Oh, God, not another death.
No, not yet. Anyway.
What do you mean, not yet?
Food poisoning. Seems half of the guests have gone down with some sort of food poisoning.
There's an overall pattern, but it's variable. Some symptoms are more acute than others, and some people have no symptoms at all.
Who, for instance?
Well, the Kemptons are all fine, and so is Mr. Fowler.
But not Mrs.
No. She was not affected.
So we're looking for differences in what they ate. Ah, that could be quite a slog.
Yes. There was the dinner first with a wide choice of menu, and then the party celebrations afterwards when they cut the cake.
Well, that simplifies things. Surely, if you can establish if there was anyone who was only at the party and is ill, then the cake is the culprit, right?
Wrong. There were plates of little savouries, too. Many different kinds.
Ah, I see. A real long slog.
Yeah.
Not mine, thank God. I can leave that to the health people.
It could take days.
I've no doubt. But you don't think anyone's in danger?
Fortunately not. They all seem to be over the worst. I wouldn't normally have called you in, but...
But in view of the circumstances, you wondered if Mortlake's death and the poisoning were connected, right?
Right.
Well, I dislike coincidence as much as you do, Doctor, but it seems a pretty rough and ready way to silence someone.
Yes.
And ineffective, if your prognosis is correct.
Yes, I suppose so.
But keep me posted, if you come up with a theory.
Where will you be?
Here. I'll go in and catch some breakfast, and then I shall be asking questions.
Right. Well, I hope you find your answers more quickly than I seem likely to.
I do realise I should have told you it. It was quite wrong of me. But, well, I convinced myself it couldn't be connected.
Mr. Mortlake is murdered. You hear Mr. Kempton threatened to kill him, and you tell me you didn't think it was connected. How long were you a solicitor, Mr. Fowler?
Oh, yes. We've known the Kemptons for several years. They're delightful people. Well, you know that.
Nonetheless.
Nonetheless, as you say, I should have told you. People say all sorts of things when they're angry.
You're quite sure of the words. If you do anything to hurt her, I'll kill you. Well, is that correct, Mr. Fowler?
Yes.
So why now? What made you change your mind?
My conscience has been troubling me a little. And, of course, this poisoning.
You see a connection, Mr. Fowler?
Well, yes, I suppose so. Don't you?
Too early to say, Mr. Fowler. Much too early.
A stroke of luck for us, if not for her.
And that really pinpoints it.
Yeah. Mrs. Dearden was on reception duty, never ate the main course, never went to the party.
But she was ill in the night. Same symptoms as the others?
Exactly. Dr. Band was really thrown until she remembered Mr. Fowler.
And she's quite sure it was Fowler?
Absolutely. He made a special point of it. Brought her a piece of cake out to the desk to show her she hadn't been forgotten. She thought how nice it was of him.
Quite. But at least it tells us the cake was the culprit.
The doctor spent some time with the chef, that French fella.
I can imagine Felix was not best pleased.
I was glad I didn't understand French. Anyway, Band calmed him down. There was nothing in the cake that could have caused those symptoms.
So someone must have tampered with it. Is that the implication?
Band is sure the ingredients were safe. But it seems the cake was put out some time before the party started. Anyone could have got at it.
Anyone. That's a great help.
But it does look like poisoning. Deliberate, I mean. So there must be a connection, sir, mustn't there?
But to poison everybody, and not fatally, what the hell was the logic in that?
I don't know, sir.
Neither do I. I think for the moment I'll just carry on with the Mortlake side of the inquiry. At least we're getting somewhere there.
Are we, sir?
We know there was a motive. Now I have a witness, Mr. Fowler, who overheard someone threatening Mortlake. A death threat. And it all seems to point in one direction.
Yes, I lied to you. We did know Mortlake, I admit it, but we had no reason to wish him dead.
Didn't you?
Of course not.
Then why did you threaten to kill him? And why didn't you tell me he was Rose's husband?
Ex-husband.
Oh, no. They were never divorced.
What?
We've checked.
I knew you'd find out.
Well, what difference does
John,
it make?
Don't. I swear to you, George, that John didn't know until yesterday about my first marriage, until...
Mortlake was murdered. But why no divorce? I don't understand.
No, I don't suppose you do. All I can say is that I was young, desperate. I thought Roy had gone, disappeared forever. I was afraid if I tried to divorce him, they'd find him. I just wanted to escape.
But he knew about your marriage to John.
Well, so it seems, but I didn't know that until he walked in here.
You see how it must look, Rose. What a threat he was to your marriage.
Yes, we know, but I swear to you, George, I did not kill Roy Mortlake.
What about Paul?
Oh, no, George, you mustn't think that.
They had a fight?
But it wasn't like that.
Oh, darling, it's all right. It's all right. Don't worry. So what happens now? You're going to charge me with murder and Rose with bigamy?
I expect we can sort the bigamy out, but the other... I'll be frank, John. I'm close to it. You had a motive, and I dare say opportunity. Furthermore, you were heard to threaten his life.
Words, just words. Sure, I hated the bastard, but I couldn't kill him.
No. That's what holds me back. I don't think you could. But I won't deny it doesn't look good. I shall need to question you again in detail. And this time, please, no lies.
Oh, my dear. Shh, it's all right.
Rose.
Oh, George, he doesn't seem to know. He's rambling. He looks terrible.
Please, Mrs. Herman, I just tried to stay calm.
I wouldn't have asked to call you out like this, not in the middle of the night.
You were quite right, Shirley.
When did he collapse?
He seems so much better, quite recovered. And today he complained of his pains.
I see. Excuse me.
Will be all right, won't you?
Yes, well, I've called for an ambulance, Mrs. Hurley. It shouldn't be long.
An ambulance? Surely
We need to get him to hospital quickly.
Why? What is it? Everyone seems to have recovered.
It's God's work.
He keeps saying that. What?
True judgment.
Please,
True
William.
judgment.
Please, William, just rest now.
Where's that ambulance? Yes, I shall die.
No, William.
I shall die as I deserve for what I did to Roy Mortlake.
So it was a kind of deathbed confession.
I suppose so.
And you're quite sure he was lucid?
For a while. In the ambulance, he seemed to be making the effort to hang on.
You say Mortlake had incensed him, taunting him about his daughter.
Yes, about her affair with Latimer. In the most offensive way, it seems.
But he didn't kill him. He would have said, wouldn't he?
Oh, sure. Now, he wanted to clear his conscience, his immortal soul, he said.
Well, at least we know now how Mortlake got into the pool.
Yeah. Hurley said his wife's cough had disturbed him. So he got up, went for an early morning walk, found Mortlake. He said the face seemed to leer up at him, even in death. Possessed by madness, that was his phrase. That's what he felt. He just dragged the body to the pool and hurled it in. Retribution.
Murder by intention, but not by deed, as we know from the medical evidence.
Yes.
Well, I'm very grateful to you, Doctor. It clears up part of the mess anyway.
But I'm afraid that's not all. Not by a long way.
What do you mean?
I wanted to be sure, or at least as sure as I could be. That's why I've been so long. I've been here at the hospital most of the day.
Why?
Well, we shall have to wait for the post-mortem, of course, but I've done some preliminary tests.
For what?
Hurley was an elderly man, not in robust health, but he seemed to be well on the way to recovery after the food poisoning, like all the other guests.
And they're still well?
Oh, yes. At the moment.
At the moment?
You see, I had a similar case about a year ago. The stuff does grow in the neighbourhood, and it's easy to mistake for the ordinary field variety.
What stuff?
Amanita phalloides, better known as deathcap.
Deathcap?
The most deadly fungus mushroom there is. Now, I can't be sure yet, but to begin with, the symptoms are the same as ordinary food poisoning. That makes diagnosis difficult. And if it's not caught, then the prognosis is grim. There's no known antidote.
But Hurley seemed to have recovered, and all the others.
I know, that's the point. The characteristic of Falladine is that initial recovery is followed by remission. But by that time, there's little hope. The liver and kidneys are destroyed.
That's terrible.
Now, all Hurley's symptoms fit the picture, I'm afraid. He died of liver and kidney failure.
But nobody ate mushrooms. It was the cake, you said.
Quite. Surely no one could be so evil.
What do you mean?
If Hurley was telling the truth about Mortlake...
Which we can assume he was.
Well, then, I suppose it is possible that he saw or heard something which might point the finger at the murderer.
Possible, I suppose. Which leads you to suppose that whoever poisoned the cake, and if it was with deathcap poison, was prepared to cause the death of heaven knows how many people in order to silence Hurley. I don't think I can buy that. It's obscene.
I hope you're right.
So, what do we do now?
Well, first, I checked the rest of the guests at that party. A simple urine test will tell me. I'll get back to the hotel at once. I'll try not to alarm them, but it is urgent.
And you'll let me know as soon as you have the results?
I will. And look, I hope to God I'm wrong. Now, where can I contact you?
I'll be back in my office. From what Hurley told you, I need to ask young Tom Latimer a few more questions.
Was it really necessary to send a police car for me? Bells ringing and all that. Bit B-movie, wasn't it?
Brought back unhappy memories, did it, Latimer?
Mr. Latimer, Superintendent.
That's rich, considering it's not even your real name.
How did you find out?
That you had a criminal past.
Oh, criminal past? You sound like a woman's magazine. All right. I killed a man. You'll know that, so you'll also know it was unintentional. Manslaughter, a drunken, youthful brawl. I won't pretend I'm proud of it, but I got a hanging judge and 6 years in one of your filthy jails. So as the phrase goes, I've paid my debt to society. Why should I be number one suspect for Mortlake's murder?
Did I say you were?
You don't need to. But why? What possible motive could I have for murdering Mortlake?
Well, I could think of a couple.
What?
Blackmail, for starters.
Oh, my criminal past, you mean? Where would I find the money on my wages to pay a blackmailer? You'll have to do better than that.
Right, I will. Perhaps Mortlake knew of your relationship with Alice Hurley.
How did you know about that?
Oh, it's a secret then, is it? I see. Well, suppose Mortlake threatened to tell Canon Hurley.
Did he? Is that what you're saying?
Possibly.
What do you mean, possibly? Haven't you asked the man?
No.
But of course you will.
Would that I could, Mr. Latimer, but I'm afraid I have to tell you Canon Hurley died a few hours ago.
But at least it takes the pressure off the Camptons. Your coffee.
In one way, I suppose. Have you seen this?
Hotel of Horror. Oh, good God. The jackals of the press. They don't take long, do they? 1 dead, 2 critical in murder hotel poison drama. Is this true?
Partially. Dr. Band got in touch late last night. 2 of the urine samples were positive, kidney and liver failure.
Which 2?
The Blairs.
Oh, poor things. Is there any hope for them?
It's pretty doubtful, but Mr. Blair seems to be less seriously affected. He might pull through. Band will be in touch later.
Oh, poor John and Rose. They've worked so hard to make a go of it.
Yes.
Well, at least the Cannon's death, and now the Blairs. Surely all that has nothing to do with them. There's no motive there, you have to admit.
Perhaps. The whole picture's so murky, Miranda. Contradictory, even.
Isn't it an odd business that only 3 people took the mushroom poison? And yet all the others were ill, too.
Quite. But Band assures me, thank the Lord, that the others suffered from a much less toxic poison.
How can that be?
There's only one answer. There were 2 sorts of poison. A comparatively innocuous one in the cake, and the really deadly stuff administered to the Cannon and the Blairs.
But how? And why?
The how is what defeats me. For the moment. The why is easy enough.
Easy?
To throw us off the scent, confuse the issue. That would prevent poor Dr. Band from making the correct diagnosis until it was too late. If I could discover how, I think I would soon know why.
Where did they get hold of these mushrooms, these death cap things?
The doctor says they grow in the woods around their hotel. If you know what you're looking for.
Why don't you ask Cassandra Gray?
How could she help?
Well, we were chatting. She told me she loved going for long walks.
So?
Well, she's a great expert on flora and fauna. It says so in all the articles I've read about her. I'm sure if there were any of these death cap things about, she'd have spotted them.
Let me see. Yes, right at the next crossroads, Sergeant.
Got it. I'm most grateful for your help, Miss Gray.
Oh, well, I hope it isn't a wild goose chase. But I did notice them particularly. Oh, in the middle of last week it must have been. Oh, they were so beautiful. A pale green sheen on the cap.
Beautiful but deadly.
Oh, you must think that they were... Oh, but of course I shouldn't ask.
I know I can rely on your discretion, Miss Gray.
Of course.
I think it is possible that whoever killed Mr. Mortlake feared that Canon Hurley or the Blairs might have...
Stop! Just here, Sergeant. Now we'll have to go on foot. Oh, I am sorry to interrupt. Oh, I see what you mean. I mean, your theory, of course. Yes, I suppose that the opposite could be true.
The opposite?
Yes. That Roy Mortlake might have been killed because he knew something that would point a finger at the murderer of the Canon or of the Blairs.
Yes. That is, of course, a possibility. That would explain the delay between Mortlake's death and Canon Hurley's. Mortlake had to be eliminated before the murderer could kill his intended victim.
Well, it's just my silly speculation, of course. I'm sure you know best. Now, if you'll follow me, I'll show you where the mushrooms were. It'll be rather damp underfoot, I am afraid.
Was it here?
Yes, I'm sure. Under this oak. Oh, I'm sure it was here. I remember thinking how magnificent this particular oak was. Well, they like oaks, you know, the death cabs.
But there's nothing there now.
No, nothing.
Could they have just decomposed? I don't know much about
Oh,
mushrooms,
no, not without leaving a trace, not in so short a time.
Which means they were picked, right?
I'm afraid it rather does, Superintendent.
When you came on your walk here, did you meet anyone?
No, not on that day. No, not a soul. Oh, but later, the next day, I did see Mr. Mortlake.
Here?
No, I didn't come back here, but I was on the hill over there looking back towards these woods.
And you saw Mortlake?
Yes, walking away from the woods.
So he might have been in them?
Well, it's possible. He used to like walking.
Could you be sure it was him? You were some distance away.
Oh, but I had my field glasses, Sergeant. I'm never without them. Ornithology is another of my interests.
Did you see anyone else?
Oh, dear me, I really cannot remember. I wasn't looking out for people, you know. There are a pair of barn owls.
Quite. Well, if you do remember anything, Miss Gray...
I'll try. I'll check with my journal. I keep notes, jottings, you know, of anything of interest.
What sort of notes, madam?
Oh, unusual flowers, birds. Well, you know the sort of thing.
Oh, I see.
But it might jog my memory. I'll check.
Thank you. You've been so helpful. Now, I think we'd better get back to the hotel. I still have a lot to get through. Thank you for sparing me time, Miss Hurley, particularly now. I'm so sorry about your father.
Thank you.
Believe me, I wouldn't trouble you if it wasn't important.
I understand.
I'm sorry to have to ask you this, but I need to know. Did your father approve of your relationship with Mr. Latimer?
He didn't know about it, Superintendent. But he certainly wouldn't have approved.
I see.
My father may have been a churchman, but he was also narrow-minded and bigoted.
Oh, no, I didn't...
He certainly wouldn't have approved of my being in love with an ex-convict.
You know, then?
Yes, I know. Tom told me everything. It doesn't make any difference, not to us, what we feel for each other. We're going to get married, Superintendent, as soon as possible.
Really?
Does it shock you? Did you expect me to be overcome with grief?
People often are, on the death of a parent.
Yes, I know. But don't ask me to weep for my father, Superintendent. I've tried, but I can't. I'm sorry if that shocks you.
I'm not so easily shocked, Miss Hurley.
No, I suppose not.
However, I must ask you this. Your plans to marry Latimer, are they a consequence of your father's death?
Yes, I won't deny it. I was afraid of him, a coward. It would have taken longer to admit what I felt for Tom.
And you're a beneficiary under your father's will?
A canon's salary is a matter of public record, Superintendent. My father lived within his income, and there are no private means. If you are going to suggest that my father's objection to my marriage would have hurt me financially, then you are wrong. Quite wrong.
Yes.
Nor would it have hurt Tom, in case that was running through your mind, too.
Miss Hurley, I appreciate that you must be overwrought, but I am conducting a murder inquiry. 2 people are dead, and the Blairs are in grave danger. I need to ask questions.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm being silly. It's just I know you suspected Tom, and I thought...
The sooner I discover the truth, the sooner the innocent will be free from suspicion. You do want me to uncover the truth, don't you, Miss Hurley?
That's why I'm here.
Good. Now, you'll see that I've asked Mr. Kempton to arrange the tables in here as they were on the night of the party at the dinner.
Yes,
You
I
sat
see
at
that.
this table.
Yes, the 3 of us.
On each side?
The young Americans were on this side, and Mr. and Mrs. Blair on the other.
And your father sat...
There, furthest away from the Americans. He found them loud, he said.
Did your father eat anything that only the Blairs might have had? Please think, Miss Hurley.
I'm sure not. In fact, I remember they had the soup. Mrs. Blair said it was rather too bland for her. Oh, she's always complaining. Father had melon. Then I think we all had the same. But Dr. Band knows all this.
Quite, but there was nothing that could have been common only to the Blairs and your father. They didn't offer him any of their wine to try or something like that.
He didn't drink. I'm sure there was nothing. I've told Dr. Band.
Quite. It's just sometimes one forgets little things.
Wait. There was something. I just remembered.
What?
But I'm sure it can't be important.
Please.
You asked if the Blairs offered us anything? Well, I remember. Our pepper mill was empty. Father was complaining. Mrs. Blair leant over and handed him theirs.
Did you or your mother have any?
No. I've only just remembered, but... Oh, it can hardly be relevant. I mean, pepper can't kill you, can it?
No. Not pepper, Miss Hurley.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's Dr. Band on the phone for you, Superintendent.
All right, I'll come at once. Thank you, Miss Hurley. I shan't need to keep you any longer. You've been very helpful. Thorne here. Yes? I see. I'm sure you did all you could. But isn't that unusual? Really? No, of course you couldn't. Tomorrow afternoon? Yes. Thank you. We can sort that all out later. Bye.
I know I shouldn't interfere, Superintendent, but was that about the Blairs? We're all so worried.
It's no secret, Mrs. Dearden. I'm very much afraid Mrs. Blair died a short while ago.
How dreadful. And Mr. Blair?
Mr. Blair's out of danger, it seems.
Oh, thank goodness for that, at least. We were afraid that if they'd both been...
Quite. He seems to have been lucky. They're keeping him in tonight for observation, but if all goes well, he'll be back here tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, at least that's something. She'll be relieved.
Sorry? Who'll be relieved?
A lady who rang earlier asking.
About the Blairs?
Well, just Mr. Blair, actually. She sounded dreadfully upset.
Did she say who she was?
No, she didn't leave her name. I did ask, but she said she'd ring back later.
What time? How much later?
Oh, I'm not sure. Lunchtime, I think. That's right. She said she'd ring at lunchtime.
Now, when she rings again, I shall have Sergeant Abbott with you.
But...
You'll tell her that you'll go and find out about the Blairs.
Yes.
Put the phone down, walk away. Be at least a couple of minutes. When you come back, you can tell her the news. Be in no hurry to finish the conversation.
Right.
Ask if she has a number you can contact her on.
I already did that. She said she didn't have one.
Yes, I bet she did. Smart suit, Sergeant.
Ah.
Didn't know you were a natty dresser.
Always dress appropriate to the occasion, sir. A chartered accountant in Maidenhead is about as smart as I get. And we're meeting a lady.
Yeah, some advice on investments. That's what she thinks.
Bit unethical, isn't it? I'm surprised the boss went along with it.
That's what happens when you use the office phone for private business.
This time we got lucky. I was betting she'd be ringing for a public call box.
You're absolutely right. It was time we had some luck. Mrs. Dearden's remark about that mysterious lady phoning for Mr. Blair, right on top of the pepper pot business. Suddenly we had a light out of darkness.
Yeah, all adds up, doesn't it? And Miss Gray's now fairly sure she spotted Blair coming out of the woods soon after she saw Mortlake. She got a note in her journal about seeing the rooks getting up. That's what reminded her. So Blair could have been after the mushrooms when Mortlake spotted him.
And Mortlake might have suspected him, put two and two together, tried to spot a blackmail. We know that was his forte.
It's all circumstantial, though, isn't it?
At the moment, Sergeant, at the moment.
Oh, I spoke to the doc last night. He can't be sure Blair mixed his wife's urine sample with his own to make them both appear positive to the mushroom test.
No, but he did say full recovery so quickly from Amanita phalloides is unheard of. And the symptoms Blair complained of initially, cramps and nausea, they're easily faked.
If you're right, he confused us twice. First by tampering with the cake to set up the food poisoning cover, and then by seeming to be a victim of the real stuff.
Yes, I'm sure that's how it was. So, all we need now is motive. Motive for the death of Nina Blair. She was always the intended target.
Poor old Canon Early. Just plain unlucky.
Quite unlooked for. Blair knew his wife always used pepper. With her exotic background, she liked highly spiced food. Bairn says it would have been easy enough to grind up the death caps for the pepper mill.
And Mortlake just picked on the wrong man to threaten.
Yes. It's all fitting into place now. I think the DPP will feel we've got a case. Once we've finished with Our Lady and Maidenhead.
So, am I to understand you have no interest in investments at all, Superintendent?
None.
Then was it really necessary for this subterfuge?
I believe so, Mrs. Swenson.
But why? I understand Mrs. Blair died from food poisoning. Any inquiries about her estate seem irrelevant.
I must be the judge of that. Am I right in assuming you handled their financial affairs?
Yes.
And how would you describe them, the Blairs? I have the authority of your employer, you understand, to ask these questions.
So I believe.
Well?
They are wealthy people.
What was the source of this wealth?
Oh, Mrs. Blair came from a rich family. There'd been wide investments.
So, what happens now?
Now?
Mrs. Blair is dead. Her will is in the public domain. We could ask her solicitor, but I imagine you are aware of the financial arrangements.
Mr. Blair will inherit everything. It is usual.
Of course.
And if that is all, I am very busy.
Mr. Blair was a little more than just a client to you, wasn't he, Mrs. Swenson?
What do you mean?
Your concern extended to inquiries by telephone.
How do... Well, why not? I have known him for some time.
Oh, I'm sure. So some of the girls in the office were saying, weren't they, Sergeant Abbott?
Oh, indeed, sir. Very friendly, they seem to think.
And if you chose to listen to those bitches, I...
Mrs. Swenson, shall we do it the easy way, or do I have to dig up all the dirt in public?
It wasn't dirt, as you put it, Superintendent. All right, Morris Blair and I were lovers. You'd have found that out, and I'm not ashamed of it. I am divorced. It's no crime. And he was saddled with that nagging shrew.
But not anymore, he isn't, is he?
No. And I can't shed tears.
Another one.
What do you mean?
Never mind. Would you have gone on with it?
Gone on with what?
Sharing him. Furtive moments. I can't see you putting up with that.
No. I'd made it clear. He had to choose.
Ah, really? And now he doesn't have to, does he?
Sorry to disturb you again, Mrs. Dearden.
Oh, that's all right. How can I help?
Mr. Blair, Has he returned from the hospital yet?
Oh, yes, they brought him back in an ambulance at lunchtime. Not that he seemed to need it.
Made a good recovery, has he?
Marvellous. Obviously, he's still pretty shocked. You know about his wife.
Obviously. In his room, is he?
No, he went out about half an hour ago.
Out?
Did he say where he was going?
No, he didn't say.
And you're sure it was about half an hour ago?
Yes, I noticed the time when I put the call through to his room, and he came down soon after that.
Call? Who was it from?
She didn't say, but I'm pretty sure...
The same voice as yesterday?
Yes. Was it all right to put her through? You didn't say not to.
No, you weren't to know, Mrs. Dearden.
I guess you would, didn't you?
Mr. Blair didn't suggest he was leaving, did he? Have his bags packed or anything?
No, he just collected the key to the garage.
Do you have a description of his car?
We'd have the registration number in the book.
Good, if we could...
But he hasn't taken it.
I thought you said he collected the key.
Well, yes, he did, but I haven't seen the car go out. He must have changed his mind.
These garages, where are they?
Oh, they're behind the pool.
Quick, Abbott, get the toolkit out of the car.
Oh, what is it, Superintendent? What's going on?
And you were just too late.
The engine had been running a good 20 minutes by the time we'd broken the door down.
Were you sorry?
I can't pretend I was. Another unmourned death. There have been too many in this case.
Couldn't you have prevented Mrs. Swinson from warning him?
No, she'd committed no crime. She was right on that. Anyway, I hoped she would warn him, to be quite frank.
Why?
A running man is a guilty man.
You're devious, George Thorne.
I say it helps in this job. We had to get him, you know. Beneath that smooth exterior, he was very dangerous indeed.
Would he have been hanged?
No doubt. 3 murders. 1 a brutal assault, 1 premeditated poisoning, and the 3rd a casual accident he could easily have prevented. And he couldn't have pleaded insanity. He knew what he was doing, all right.
Yeah, I suppose so. Well, at least John and Rose will be spared the publicity of a murder trial.
Yes, that would really have finished them. As it is, they have a chance now. People forget. I reckon they'll come through it.
Oh, I hope so.
Besides, we're going to help.
How?
I'm taking you to lunch there on Sunday.
You are? As if nothing had happened?
Exactly. Life goes on, Miranda. At least, for some of us.
John Castle played Superintendent Thorne, and Tessa Worsley, his wife, in Unto the Grave by John Penn, which was dramatized for radio by Melville Jones. John Kempton, Stephen Thorne; Rose Kempton, Diana Bishop. Tom Latimer, Jonathan Tafler; Polly and Vern Raven, Karen Asco and James Good; the Fowlers, Pauline Letts and Alan Dudley; the Blairs, Sheila Grant and Tim Reynolds; Paul Kempton, Kim Wall; Helen Dearden, Eve Karpf; Roy Mortlake, John Hollis; Cassandra Gray, Jennifer Piercy. The Hurley family, Peter Howell, Rachel Gurney and Deborah Makepeace; Sergeant Abbott, Andrew Branch; Dr. Band, Gordon Reed; and Marjorie Swinson, Joe Manning Wilson. Unto the Grave was directed by Martin Jenkins.
Rumpole and the Reign of Terror by John Mortimer. Part 1. Truth Makes All Things Plain.
Well, here I am at last, safe and sound in the box room. It's a bit untidy, but a perfect hiding place. And I've done it at last. Gone and bought a word processor. It was at a reasonable price, on offer at Dockson's, where a really helpful salesperson assured me that it was an excellent buy, and it would do all my spelling for me. I told him that wouldn't be necessary, as I was always in the A's for spelling at school. So, the Memoirs of Hilda Rumpole. This is where it starts.
It all started one afternoon when I was in number 9 court at the Old Bailey. not a particularly distinguished address, where I was conducting the fairly hopeless defence of one of the Timpson family, that famous clan of South London villains whose output of ordinary decent crime keeps the Rumpole family in dinners and such luxuries as lavatory cleaner, washing up liquid and furniture polish. Members of the jury, Percy Timpson was not at work on the window of number 7 Lexton Crescent in order to obtain illegal entry by night for the purpose of theft. He was merely walking down Lexton Crescent and seeing a window unsecured and open, he was endeavouring to shut it in order to protect the householder. As you know, it is for the prosecution to prove its case. If you have the slightest doubt, members of the jury, it will be your duty, and no doubt your pleasure, to return a ringing verdict of not guilty. I sat down then, and His Honour Judge Bullingham, known to me as the Mad Bull, proceeded to put the boot in.
Members of the jury, it may come as a relief to you to emerge from the world of fantasy and make-believe into which Mr. Rumpole has led you to confront the reality of this case. Can you really believe that this man, Mr. Percy Timpson, was merely helping the owner of a strange house to shut his windows in the night? If you believe that, you'll believe anything.
The Mad Bull did his worst. I glanced up at the public gallery. From the very front row, just above the clock, a young woman was smiling down at me, as though I was, for her at least, an object of extraordinary interest.
I think that Mr. Rumpole's marvellous. I really do.
As he leant over the rails of the dock at the start of the lunchtime adjournment, Percy Timpson identified my apparent fan in the public gallery.
That's Tiffany, my cousin Raymond's youngest. We don't see much of Ray nowadays. She worked in an hospital, married a Pakistani doctor.
Oh.
Yeah, I reckon she considers herself a cut above us now. What's she come here for? Just to gloat at my bit of bad luck?
When we left the court at the end of the day, the young woman whom he had called Tiffany came up to me and my solicitor, Bonnie Bernard. Gloating seemed to be the last thing she had in mind.
My whole family's always talking about you, Mr. Rumpole. The way you stand up to the judges. I came to see you in action. I must say I wasn't disappointed. I know you can help us.
Are you in trouble?
Not me. It's my husband.
Oh, your husband, the doctor.
You know that?
Yes, I do.
They've taken him away. They won't tell me where. They won't tell me anything. I think it's some sort of prison.
What for?
Well,
what do they say he's done?
I don't know.
And who are they, anyway?
The police, I suppose. I suppose that's who they were. They said they were holding him.
What for?
They said he was a terrorist.
Some days later, as I arrived at work, I met our so-called head of chambers, Soapy Sam Ballard, at the entrance. I noticed that all our names, painted up outside the front door, had been covered with cardboard.
Terrorists, Rumpole.
You mean terrorists came and stuck cardboard over all our names?
No, of course not. I asked our clerk to do it.
To what end?
If the terrorists found out that a really important barrister was to be found here, they might well bomb the building.
Oh, very good of you to be concerned about me, Ballard. I have acquired a certain fame over the years in criminal courts. I've become perhaps a household name, but I doubt whether Al-Qaeda would want to bomb me.
I wasn't thinking of you at all, Rumpole. I have become a leading counsel, whereas you remain, let's face it, an aging junior. I am the chairman of LAC, the Lawyers as Christians Society. As such, I am the most likely target. Now go along and have that battered old portmanteau of yours searched, will you?
Tiffany Khan, once somewhat improbably Tiffany Timpson, sat on the edge of my client's chair in chambers as though prepared to rush off at any moment in search of the husband she had lost. She was easier on the eye than the rest of the Timpson clan, and her eyes were dark pools filled with tears. She spoke in a soft and gentle voice about her husband, Mahmoud Khan.
12 years ago it was. When I got the job at Oakwood Hospital. That was when I met Mahmoud. He's a doctor. I fell in love with him.
His father had come here, built up a chain of corner shops. He also bought a nice house in Kilburn.
My faithful solicitor, Bonnie Bernard, ever practical, filled in the details.
The house is a palace, Mr. Rumpole. Really a palace. I wish you could see it. Mahmoud's father died and left it to us. And now Mahmoud's gone and I'm alone there with the children.
A boy of 10 and a girl of 8. When Mahmoud's father's corner shops began to fail, he had to sell them all. But he kept the house. A really nice property, Mr. Rumpole.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. But your husband, Mrs. Khan, he is now...
Arrested. They came for him one morning, just as he was taking the children to school. They took him away. They wouldn't give us any reason.
Of course not. Our present Home Secretary... Fred Sugden, indeed. He has relieved the prosecution of the responsibility of making any charges or reasons for the arrest.
You see, neither Dr. Khan nor his father became British citizens, so he could be deported.
Back to Pakistan?
He can't go back there, Mr. Rumpole.
Huh?
He left without them knowing it. It'd be more than his life's worth.
Why?
All he would tell me was politics.
And you have no idea why they took him away?
Because of what he is.
You mean a terrorist?
No. Pakistani. That's why they're all against him. All my family are against him too. Never mind what sort of trouble they'll get into with the police. I've done the worst crime. I've married a foreigner.
This government of ours has done quite enough harm to our age-old and much-prized legal system, but I don't think it has quite got to the stage of making the fact of having been born in Pakistan a criminal offence.
I've got a few friends in the Home Office. I found out Dr. Khan's in Belmont. Well, that's where they put terrorist suspects. Although nobody really knows what the exact charges are.
We'll do our best to find out all we can.
If you want someone to say that Mahmoud's no more a terrorist than I am, there's our friend Barry.
Barry who?
Barrington Whiteside. He's the hospital administrator at Oakwood. He's a real friend to both of us. His wife is Pakistani, and she's so lovely to us all.
I'll make a note, Bonnie Bernard. We could do with a character witness.
He'll help Mahmoud. I know he'll help him. You'll bring him back to me, Mr. Rumpole. You'll help me find Mahmoud and get him out of trouble. All my family say you're wonderful in court.
Yes, but your family usually knows what they're accused of. All the same, I'll do my best.
Living with Rumpole. I think it's about time I described what it's like living with Rumpole. It's no picnic, I can assure you. Of course, he's very full of himself at the moment. He's met some girl who apparently has eyes like dark pools full of tears. Well, that's pretty understandable, as she's married to some terrorist Rumpole is actually planning to defend. At my friend Marcia's house, where I play bridge in the afternoons, I met the most charming judge, Leonard Bullingham. He says he knows Rumpole well, and quite honestly, I think he took rather a shine to me. He's promised to ask me out to lunch. I think I shall accept his invitation.
I don't suppose there is such a thing as a nice prison, but Belmarsh was particularly objectionable. I was searched 3 times on my way in, and my file, in which I keep my notes, was taken from me, presumably because it was seen as a weapon of mass destruction. But eventually we were in the interview room with Dr. Khan. Small, thin, and apparently totally mystified by his incarceration.
I'm sorry, sir, I've never heard of you.
Have you not? I thought I was pretty well known as a defending barrister at the Old Bailey. However, this is Mr. Bernard, my instructing solicitor.
How do you do?
Your wife came to see us and asked us to take on your case.
This must be terrible for my wife and the children, too. They must be mystified.
We've been served with a statement accusing you of association with various terrorist groups. planning to blow up important London buildings, Big Ben included. Sounds ambitious. Is there any truth in it at all?
Of course not. How could there be?
Do you know anyone who talks to you about terrorism in England? Anyone who says that they approve of it?
If they did, I would immediately end the conversation. I love England. I have an English wife. My children go to English schools. I've spent the best part of my life here. England is my home, my dear, dear country.
Well, you don't have to go that far. I mean, it's not compulsory to respect the royal family, eat roast beef, and care deeply about cricket.
Oh, but I do. I have a huge respect for Her Majesty. Tiffany can cook excellent roast beef, and I often take my boy to watch cricket at Lord's.
It was all too good to be entirely true. The amused stoicism, the enthusiasm for England. Wouldn't an innocent man have boiled over with anger, raged against the authorities, damned the police, and had nothing but contempt for the country which had falsely arrested him? Would an innocent man treat the whole affair as though it were an unfortunate but slightly amusing collapse of a number of wickets? Have you any enemies, Dr. Khan? People who might have informed the police against you?
Enemies? Tiffany's family don't like me very much, but that hasn't landed me in prison, has it?
No, probably not. There's only one way to flush a bit of information out of the powers that be. We're going to appeal against your detention. Then we might get some clues to what this is all about.
We're going before SIAC. That's the Special Immigrants Appeals Committee. It's chaired by a judge and heard in the law courts. You can be represented there by the counsel of your choice. I assume that will be Mr. Rumpole, whom you have now met.
Mr. Rumpole, of course. Now I remember the name.
Yes?
I have read it often in the newspapers.
Oh.
I know that you, Mr. Rumpole, are a great fighter for the truth in the courts of law.
Well, we can only hope that SIAC will indeed turn out to be a court of law. The Mad Bull had postponed sentence on Percy Timpson. Later that week, when I attended to see him sent down for 2 years, I was given an urgent message to proceed to the Old Bailey canteen, where certain members of the Timpson family were gathered to talk to me. They were a formidable group. I'd often defended Fred, Tony, Cyril, and Dennis Timpson, but Dennis was clearly the leader and spokesman, as befitted his position as my most regular client.
We're here, Mr. Rumpole, on a serious matter.
I'm sorry I couldn't do more for Percy. It was a more or less hopeless case.
It's not Percy we've come about. That's not an important issue. It's you defending the Pakistani doctor. That terrorist you seem to want to help.
I see no evidence that he's a terrorist.
Never mind about the evidence. The family view is, Mr. Rumpole, that you shouldn't be helping Dr. Mahmood Khan in any way, shape or form. Is that the view of the meeting?
Too right, Dad.
My boy Will here. He took a shine to Tiffany, and he got to know Dr. Mahmood pretty well.
I made Tiffany a fair proposal.
And our Will had a lot to offer. Own a home in the Epping area. Porsche car, wasn't it?
No, Dad, Lamborghini.
You didn't like him, did you, Will?
Didn't take to him, no. Terrorism. Isn't that what they got him for?
Yes, but we haven't heard any evidence. And you know, I'm just an old taxi, that's what I am. If a client flags me down, I'm bound to take the fare.
You defend him, then. But if anyone of the name of Timpson needs a legal brief in the future, I'm afraid we shall have to look elsewhere, Mr. Rumpole. Do I express the view of the meeting?
I see. Naturally, I was perturbed at the Timpson threat to the Rumpole economy, but Dr. Khan was my client, and I had to look after him. To that end, I called for a conference with Barrington Whiteside, the hospital administrator. We didn't meet in chambers. I preferred the less formal atmosphere of Pomeroy's wine bar. Tiffany and Bonnie Bernard were in attendance, and the proceedings were assisted by a bottle of Chateau Thames Embankment. He asked us to call him Barry, and seemed entirely convinced of Mahmood's innocence.
I agree with Tiffany. They've just picked on him because of his race. I can't stand racial prejudice. My wife is Pakistani.
We've all four of us been friends for years, haven't we, Barry?
Yes. And Mahmood's done such great work at Oakwood. Do you know, Mr. Rumpole, visitors are rarely treated well at hospitals. They're not told much or made particularly welcome.
Mahmoud's changed all that at Oakwood, hasn't he, Barry?
He certainly has. There was an old building in the hospital grounds. He's turned it into a magnificent relatives and visitors centre. We have the best relations with visitors of any hospital in the country.
So, do you believe that he'd be capable of any sort of crime?
Of course not. He's got too much to lose. A beautiful wife and children. Splendid house on the right side of Kilburn. It's really Queen's Park. Benazir and I slum it down at the wrong end. We try not to show them how jealous we are.
Oh, Barry, you know you and Benazir are always welcome in our house.
Let's talk about your husband. Did you notice anything? Anything at all unusual? In the week or let's say the month before he was arrested?
He said he thought he was being followed. He said that once or twice. I'm not quite sure how he got the idea.
When was that?
Last year. We went away for a holiday just before Christmas. It was after that.
Did he say who was following him?
No, just that he'd noticed there'd be a man near him and he'd get off the bus just after Mahmoud did. Sometimes he turned round, but the man had managed to disappear.
Was it always the same man?
I think so, yes.
Did he say why he thought anyone would follow him?
Yes. He said he thought they were pestering him to buy more raffle tickets for the hospital ball. He made a joke of it.
He always made a joke of things. That was his way. Now, to get back to business, do you think you'd like me as a character witness?
I think we'd love you as a character witness.
There might be some difficulty with the hospital board about that, but whatever they say, even if they cut up rough, you can count on me being there, Mr. Rumpole. I'm not letting Mahmoud down.
Well, thank you, Mr. Whiteside.
My memoirs. Chapter 3. Brenda Hoskins, who sometimes turns up at the Bridge Club, tells me her barrister husband saw Rumpole with an extremely beautiful young woman in that awful wine bar he frequents. When challenged, he admitted it was the pool-eyed little number, wife of the terrorist he's defending. My reaction has been to advise that charming judge, Leonard Bullingham, that I'll be delighted to have lunch with him just as soon as he has a day off court. Rumpole has gone off to the Royal Courts of Justice to try and get his terrorist out of prison. He says he's going to attack the whole system of imprisonment without trial. He's never more cheerful than when he's taking on an impossible case.
My name's Rumpole. I understand I'm against you in the Khan case.
Oh, my dear. I hope you're not going to attack me viciously. Everyone tells me you're a terror down at the Old Bailey. I wonder if that's true.
The speaker was Peter Plasto, QC. Youngish, good-looking, with a superior smile. I gathered he was the Prime Minister's favourite QC and valued friend, destined for a high place in the affairs of state. I haven't seen you much round the Old Bailey.
Oh, no. I avoid it as much as possible. Now, is there anything I can do to help you before we go into battle?
Yes, there certainly is. You can give me full particulars of the charge against my client.
I'm afraid we don't do particulars. All I can tell you is that we have reason to believe your client indulges in terrorist activities.
But what activities? Where? When? With whom?
I'm very sorry. But the powers that be think it's far too dangerous to let you know that. When those sorts of details are referred to, you and your client will be asked to leave the court.
You mean we'll never hear what the charges are?
Not in any detail, no.
And you call that justice?
Perhaps justice isn't as important as security in these troubled times. We call it sensible.
Then I'll have to make an application to the judge.
Why don't you do just that? I'll be fascinated to hear what she makes of it.
Mrs. Justice Templet had sat on the bench for many years. In fact, she was appointed when there were not nearly as many women judges as there are today. On her elevation, she seemed to feel it right to suppress any feminine qualities that might cause controversy. She wore no makeup, although it was said that she allowed herself a thin line of lipstick when trying murder cases. Her first name, which was Floribel, was kept strictly under wraps, never to be referred to. She behaved with particular severity towards any woman unfortunate enough to appear before her in a divorce case. She was flanked by other members of the committee, who seemed to have been placed there merely as bookends, because Floribel Templet gave them little opportunity to intervene in the proceedings.
Mr. Rumpole, we understand you have some sort of application to make.
Indeed I have, my lady. And it's not some sort of application. It's an application which concerns our civil rights, our liberty, and the basic principles of the criminal law.
Very well, you may proceed.
Her ladyship sighed heavily, and looked at me as though I was some woman taken in adultery, or had at least been caught pinching knickers in Marks and Spencer's.
You may make your point shortly.
I can make it very shortly. Dr. Kahn is at least entitled to know what the charges are against him. That he should be denied that right is unthinkable. That's all I have to say.
Is it really, Mr. Rumpole? You're not normally at a loss for words.
At this, the bookends giggled obediently, and Peter Plasto smiled. Very well, if your ladyship wants further argument. To proceed with this case without knowing the charges would be as sensible as a treasure hunt in a dark room from which the treasure had been completely removed.
I needn't trouble you to reply to Mr. Rumpole's argument, Mr. Plasto.
I'm grateful to your ladyship.
It's well known that the government cannot disclose this information to the appellant or his legal advisers. To do so would be to disclose the sources of the information. Mr. Rumpole, as is well known, has practiced in criminal courts for many years, and he appears from his present submission to be living in the past. It is for us on this committee to deal with present circumstances and present dangers. No further details of charges, as Mr. Rumpole calls them, will be given to Dr. Kahn.
I'm grateful to your ladyship.
The so-called trial continued. We had to leave the court while Plasto told her ladyship and the bookends what the case was all about. I called Barrington Whiteside, who gave Kahn a good report, and Mahmoud, who said he wasn't a terrorist, and then I rose to make my final speech. This government, which wouldn't know a constitutional right if it came up and shouted in its ear, has told us that the terrorists want to destroy our way of life, our civilization, everything we hold most dear. Well, all I can say is that our government is working night and day to help them to destroy our civilization and to give away our most precious liberties. You can take them, says the government today. You can have Magna Carta, we've got no use for it. And while we're about it, we'll throw in the presumption of innocence and the Bill of Rights. All I could ask your ladyship to do is to decide Dr. Kahn's case according to the principles of a fair trial, which we have fought and struggled for over the centuries. Let Dr. Kahn be told the charges he faces, and then let him answer them.
Mr. Rumpole, have you anything more to say?
Only this. Ask yourself what justice really means, and then do it.
That was a fine speech, Mr. Rumpole.
Mr. Rumpole always makes fine speeches, but they don't always win cases.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bernard.
There's no justice.
Very little nowadays, I'm afraid. But one has to think of another way out. Don't give up hope.
I shall not trust in hope. You will tell my wife all that has happened?
Of course we shall tell her.
So Dr. Kahn went back to Belmarsh, and I headed off to the Myrtle restaurant, where Peter Plasto had unexpectedly invited me to lunch. I'd been to the Myrtle once with Hilda, and it was as I remembered it. Waiters with white aprons, soft lights, quiet, contented voices of people unknown to me who had become celebrities on television. Peter Plasto tasted the wine.
I've chosen a rather unpretentious little Sant'Emilio, Rumpole. Hope you find it amusing.
I'm sure I'll find it hilarious. I took a mouthful. It was a cut above Chateau Thames embankment, but I couldn't for a moment see its joke.
I've got good news for you.
Well, I could do with some of that at the moment.
The International Court says we mustn't imprison people without trial. Khan's being released.
Thank you. I'm surprised. I'm sure his family will be delighted.
So you see, we're not so bad as you said in court.
You aren't?
I can speak for the government. Now I'm to become the new Minister of Justice. The announcement's to be made tomorrow.
I suppose I should congratulate you. Cheers.
Cheers. Of course you should. Particularly when you hear what I've got to offer you.
Another shot of that extraordinary wine?
Of course. But what I need to say, Rumpole, is this. You've become a well-known figure in law, and you have gained something of a reputation among young and impressionable lawyers.
Well, I suppose I might have gained a certain notoriety.
In fact, some of them would describe you as a national treasure.
That's possible. I'm afraid my wife Hilda might argue.
I would say you are a national treasure. Quite definitely. And, as I say, we'll be releasing your client Khan. In return for that, I have a favour to ask.
What's that?
We don't want a lawyer of your age and stature who may be admired by the younger generation rocking the boat.
Which boat is that exactly?
The ship of state. The Prime Minister is doing his best in the war against terrorism. Can't have his hands tied by outdated law.
You mean like Magna Carta and the Bill of Rights?
I heard you at the Syok appeal for Dr. Khan. Fortunately, that was held in private. But if a lawyer of your standing gave vent to such opinions in public, well, it wouldn't be helpful at all.
So, what are you suggesting?
You've worked hard, Rumpole, but soon the briefs may stop arriving. What about a safe job, with a pension at the end of it? How does His Honour Judge Rumpole sound to you?
You mean a circus judge?
Circuit Judge Rumpole. Of course, when you're on the bench, it would be most inappropriate for you to make political statements. And I'm sure you wouldn't want to criticise a government that had given you such promotion.
You asked me what His Honour Judge Rumpole sounded like.
Yes.
Well, to me, it sounds disgusting. And I shall carry on abusing your government from the rooftops if necessary.
Then there's nothing more I can do. For you, or for your client. Excuse me. I must go. I have a meeting with the powers that be.
Fortunately, he remembered to pay the bill. But I had to forego my summer pudding and made my way back to the conference in chambers. There were 3 people in my room when I returned, and I expected smiles of delight and gratitude when I told them that Dr. Khan had been released. On the contrary, Bonnie Bernard looked solemn, Barrington Whiteside angry, and Tiffany was in tears.
He's under house arrest. It's an outrage.
He can't leave the house. He's a good doctor, and he can't leave the house to go to the hospital he loves. It seems our country is just as bad as everywhere else, Mr. Rumpole. People are locked up for no reason.
We still have jury trials where the prosecution has to prove its case. We need to get one of them for Dr. Khan.
It's all we're asking for.
Just get him a fair trial, Mr. Rumpole.
A jury would acquit him for sure.
The thing is, Rumpole, how do we persuade the authorities to charge him with some criminal offence?
I don't know yet. I'm very sorry. What could I do? Ought I to retire from the scene and become a circus judge? They had come to me for help, and I'd been afraid to admit that the situation was hopeless.
Another irritating thing about Rumpole. It seems he was offered what he calls a circus judgeship, and he was mad enough to refuse. He said he didn't want to get a complaint called judgeitis, which he described as a bad attack of pomposity and self-regard, with a habit of sucking up to juries in order to get Rumpole's clients convicted. I told him I had now met Leonard Bullingham, who was charming, and was not in the least like that. He thanked me for giving him that information. I said, that he's perfectly charming. No, said Rumpole, that his name's Leonard. Leonard has fixed a date for our lunch at his gentleman's club in St. James. We lunch in the smaller dining room, he said, the one that allows women.
Yeah, I can recommend the roast beef. They do a particularly fine Yorkshire pudding here, and the club claret is quite respectable.
That'll be a change from the stuff Rumpole brings home from that dreadful little wine bar of his.
Oh, what a mistake. Only the best is good enough for Hilda, eh? Well, I have to say, Hilda, I've been looking forward to this little lunch together for some time.
I've been looking forward to it, too. I'm interested in seeing your club.
Oh, so glad you said that. My wife, well, she's no longer my wife. We're divorced, of course, but she didn't visit the club at all.
Really?
She was a woman who couldn't join in.
Well, I don't suppose she was allowed to join in. Anyway, at least not in the large dining room.
That's very sharp of you. Very sharp. If the day ever comes when they allow women members in this club, which would be over my dead body, you, Hilda, are the first person I put up as a female member.
We had gone through the roast beef, and Leonard had instructed me to choose the profiteroles from the sweet trolley.
Rumpole's not an easy man in court. I get the feeling he's not an easy man at home. Would I be right?
Quite right.
After a divorce, of course, one does get lonely in the evenings. I just wonder, Hilda, if you've ever thought of going through what I did. I mean, has the word divorce ever entered your mind?
Oh, plenty of times.
Plenty of times? Oh, well, that's encouraging. All I can say is that Rumpole's a lucky man to have you to come home to, Hilda. And the next time you think of divorce, I'm sure you'll remember this lunch we had together, eh? Now, may I refill your glass with the club's exclusive claret?
Thank you. There was no more talk about divorce after that, and after lunch, Leonard showed me the club's interesting collection of porcelain and numerous portraits of old judges. Then he put me in a cab. He has an account with his taxi firm. I went straight into the box room to add this report of our lunch to my memoirs. I didn't tell Rumpole that I had received what amounted to a proposal of marriage from Judge Bullingham. I didn't mention that fact to Rumpole. I don't think he would quite understand. In any event, we're off on holiday next week, so this is not a time to be rocking the boat.
One significant event occurred before we went off on our holiday. As part of our continuing legal education, the Home Secretary, the Right Honourable Fred Sugden, would appear for a question-and-answer session in the Temple Hall. I got myself a ticket and sat down to watch a shortish, square man being interviewed by Soapy Sam Ballard, the so-called head of our chambers. The occasion was considered intriguing enough to be relayed on television.
Can I ask you, Home Secretary, what it feels like to be on the home territory of the judges and lawyers of whom you have been a little critical in your recent speeches?
Yeah, I was brought up in the back streets of Birmingham. I knew nothing of this place where judges and their fathers and their grandfathers ate fancy dinners and tried to take the law into their own hands, keeping the law unchanged and unchangeable. But judges don't make the laws. Politicians like me, who had an 8,000 majority at the last election, do. And what do that 8,000 and millions of other voters really want? They want to sleep safely in their beds. And they are a bit interested in legal theories carefully designed to keep the crook and the terrorist out of trouble.
Well, thank you for that, Home Secretary. Now, who's got the first question?
I have.
Well, what's the question?
I have a client who is under house arrest. He's never been tried. He's got no idea of the reason, if any, for his imprisonment.
He can't carry on his practice as a doctor. Why can't you charge him with terrorist activities or give him a fair and decent trial in front of a jury?
You know perfectly well, Mr.
Rumpole.
Mr. Rumpole. Yes, I've been told to expect a contribution from you. I understand you're looked on as a sort of a permanent fixture down at the Old Bailey. Been there as long as anyone can remember.
Well, never mind about me and the Old Bailey. When can my doctor client be given a fair trial according to the law?
Well, I'm sure, Mr. Rumpole of the Bailey, you're anxious to get a nice, fat brief out of a jury trial.
It's not a question of a fat brief. It's not only that you seem never to have heard of Magna Carta or the Bill of Rights. Now you're convicting poor people. The homeless, those sleeping in doorways. You're convicting them without any sort of trial, fining them when they have no money, and all on the say-so of overworked policemen acting on hearsay evidence. All this and imprisonment without trial. Aren't you a lawless government?
Let me ask you this, Mr. Rumpole. How do you take notes in court nowadays?
I use a pen and my notebook.
Would that be a quill pen?
No, a fountain pen.
So, you're not computer literate?
I'm literate. I know very little about computers.
That's the trouble with your sort of lawyer, Mr. Rumpole. You can't move with the times. Things like jury trials and the presumption of innocence may have been all very well in their day, but times change. History moves on. We need quicker and more reliable results. Modernise, Mr. Rumpole, that's what you need to do.
Modernise? You'd rather take the law back to some date before Magna Carta.
I think you've had a fair old innings, Mr. Rumpole. I'm sure there are a lot of other people who'd like to take up their questions.
I sat down and was silent. Whatever had happened to me, it certainly wasn't cricket. When I got home to Hilda, she said,
"That Fred Sugden seems a fairly straightforward sort of fellow."
"What?"
Well, did you have to be so rude to him, Rumpole?
Later, Bonnie Bernard rang me.
"A memorable performance on the telly, Rumpole, but I thought you'd planned to get round the Home Secretary."
"Yes?"
"Weren't you going to try to charm him into giving Khan a jury trial?"
"Thank you, Bernard." I went to bed angry with both of them, but angriest with myself for doing my client no good at all. I was also troubled with the feeling that I knew Fred Sugden from some distant event I couldn't now recall. I tried to put the memory of that not particularly triumphant evening behind me. We were, after all, about to go on holiday.
I must say I have always rather disliked Brighton. It has a slightly raffish air about it, a little tarnished, jovial but not quite respectable. Descriptions which have, I regret to say, been applied to Rumpole.
We listened to the brass band and walked along the pebbled beach, and in the Xanadu, a small hotel near the station, Hilda made friends with Ian and Mara Antrim. This Ian Antrim was a pleasant enough fellow, good-looking, curly hair, gone grey, but I saw he looked at me from time to time in a nervous sort of way. One evening, after our wives, he called them the girls, had gone to bed, he bought me a brandy in the empty hotel lounge and said quietly but with some anxiety,
You won't tell Myra, will you, Mr. Rumpole?
About what?
Well, the Scarlet Band, of course. Myra knows nothing whatever about it.
The Scarlet Band. The memory of some long-distant criminal trial began to return to me.
Well, wasn't that a group at some university? Reading or Bristol?
Gloucestershire.
Gloucestershire, that's right. That's right. You protested a lot.
Well, they had a lot to protest about. Vietnam, apartheid, the treatment of blacks in the southern states.
Yes, didn't you plan to attack an American reading room somewhere off the King's Road? Break the windows, bust up the furniture, something ridiculously ambitious.
Well, I've got to admit it.
Yes, as you did in court, from what I remember.
Of course, I was young. Now I've got a decent job as an estate agent around the Sussex area, but... Oh, that time. Looking back on it, turned out to be the only part of my life when I felt really alive.
I remember in my mitigation speech, I said you were a hopeless bunch of foolish youths who would never have hurt a fly.
Yes, I know you said that. Yeah. Made us very angry at the time.
Well, if I hadn't said it, you might have got 3 years or 4, not just 12 months. All those threats of bombs, did you really mean them?
I'm afraid our leader did. One of us had even found a book on how to make explosives in your own kitchen.
One of you, which one? Was it you?
No. Not me, no. The one that never came with us to the American Library. And I'm sure he was the one that tipped off the police. I suppose he thought it was a better bet to be on their side. We despised him for that, but we didn't give him away. We never referred to him in any of our statements. Well, you may remember that, Mr. Rumpole. Yeah, we never implicated him or anybody else.
Who was he, then? The one who grasped? There was a considerable silence, then. No sound but the ticking of a clock on the mantelpiece. Then Ian Antrim took a long swig of brandy and gave me the name. And the empty lounge echoed with the quite unexpected sound of my laughter.
In Part 1 of Rumpole and the Reign of Terror by John Mortimer, Horace Rumpole was played by Timothy West. His wife Hilda was Prunella Scales. Judge Bullingham, Christopher Benjamin. Tiffany Khan, Lily Bevan. Soapy Sam Ballard, Michael Cochrane. And Bonnie Bernard, Bruce Alexander. Dr. Mahmoud Khan was Shiv Grewal. Barrington Whiteside, Geoffrey Whitehead. Will Timpson, Ben Crow. Peter Plastow, Christopher Scott. Mrs. Justice Templet, Joanna David. Fred Sugden, Kim Durham. And Ian Antrim, Nigel Anthony. Other parts were played by members of the company. Rumpole and the Reign of Terror is directed by Marilyn Imrie.
To Leonard Bullingham. My life is becoming extremely interesting.
Back in Froxbury Mansions, after some searching, I found a photograph which I had kept for some reason, perhaps as a record of the fervent political years in the late 60s. I took it to my desk, switched on a light, and examined it carefully. The Scarlet Band. And then, I have to admit, I laughed again. It was a photograph, taken for some underground publication who never used it, but which had, for some reason, been included in my brief at the time. It was captioned, "The Scarlet Band, the group waging war against the enemies of Vietnam." I could recognize the 3 youths that I'd mitigated for when they pleaded guilty, including the young and intense Ian Antrim. But with them was a 4th. Another Gloucester undergraduate, the one who didn't join in the attack on the American Reading Room, he who thought it a better career move to call the police. Of course, he was younger then, but the square body and naturally pugnacious features were unmistakable. It was the young Frederick Sugden. Now I needed another conversation with the Home Secretary. But how was it to be arranged? As I was pondering this, Claude Erskine Brown, the opera-loving, hopeless QC of our chambers, came into my room.
I hear you went to Brighton, Rumpole. How was that?
Interesting. Extremely interesting. And you?
A client's villa in Saint-Tropez.
Oh, sounds fun.
No, not really. The Home Secretary was a fellow guest. My wife found Fred Sugden adorable. Did you find him adorable when you met him, Rumpole?
Not in the very least.
I don't know why Philly found him so attractive.
Your wife's not about to bunk with this Sugden, is she?
Oh, no, not that. But she's always having dinner with him. In the Myrtle and such like places. She went to watch him in a debate in Parliament. I don't think he's at all attractive, but he's got power, you see. We haven't got power, I suppose, have we, Rumpole?
I don't know. I might have a bit of it. Does Sugden come to your house occasionally?
Well, he's coming to our summer party. Of course, Philly asked him. She'll flatter him, and he'll ignore me entirely.
Your wife, Phillida, in spite of her elevation to the bench, is a very attractive woman.
Yes, I know that.
Why don't you invite me to your summer party?
Well, yes. Yes, of course. Rumpole, what do you have in mind?
I might be able to reduce the Sugden power, just a little. Anyway, Hilda enjoys a party.
Reduce his power? How on earth can you do that?
I'm not at liberty to tell you how. Not just for the moment, but invite us and let's see what I can do. The Erskine Brown house in Islington has a small garden which was decorated with coloured lights hanging from the trees. House and garden were filled near to overflowing by judges, barristers, and occasional lords of appeal. I saw Phillida leave her guests in the garden and go to greet the Lord Chancellor, and I spotted Sugden. I went over to join him.
Good evening, Rumpole. I see you've kept yourself off the television lately.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, you better not sit there. I think our hostess will be back in a minute or two.
I know she will. That's why we haven't got much time to talk about something rather important.
And what might that be?
The Scarlet Band?
Oh, yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I rather think you do. I happen to have a photograph of you in your student days, taken for an underground magazine. It shows you clearly as a member of the Scarlet Band.
Keep your voice down.
You remember I appeared for the rest of the band when you grassed on them.
Quiet, for God's sake.
You were only amateur terrorists, weren't you? You only trashed a few American and South African properties. I know you talked about bombs, big bomb talk, and you had the bombers handled.
Oh, now, just a minute. That was never...
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't have much of a talent for being a terrorist, though. You were probably better off as a police informer.
Rumpole, what are you going to do with that photograph?
We'll sell it to the papers, of course. I thought I'd start with the Sunday Fortress. They'd probably come up with a good headline. Home Secretary was youthful terrorist, something along those lines.
What do you want?
Something quite simple. A fair trial in front of a jury for Dr. Mahmoud Khan, at present under house arrest. You'll remember the name, won't you? Mahmoud Khan, late of Belmarsh prison. Just a fair trial, that's all he wants.
This is blackmail?
Exactly. We've all got criminal tendencies, haven't we? I'll give you 3 weeks. If nothing's happened by then, well, read the Fortress. Oh, now our hostess is coming back to you. What a successful party this is. 3 weeks later, we were in the living room of the Khan's highly desirable residence on the better side of Kilburn. Tiffany had been both excited and terrified by the prospect of a trial. Dr. Khan was his usual calm self.
You have worked a miracle for me, Mr. Rumpole. I'm to have a fair trial.
A miracle? No, just part of my normal service. Now, is there anything you haven't told me? Your wife mentioned something about your having been followed.
Being followed? Nothing more to say about that. But once, perhaps in error, I got directed to a strange home.
Tell me.
Probably only a silly mistake. I got a text message from Mrs. Singh. She'd gone through quite a serious cancer operation, and I looked after her on her regular visits to the hospital. The message said she wanted to meet me urgently at her home at 12:30 the next day. It was an address in Wilston.
When was this?
Earlier this year. About January, I think it was.
So what happened when you got to the house?
It was clearly the wrong address. I rang the bell and a Pakistani man answered it. There were 2 other men in the hall. They were very rude, Mr. Rumpole, very ill-mannered. They wanted to know who I was, who sent me. I tried to explain, but I don't think they believed me. In the end, they pushed me out of the door, warned me never to come to the place again. It was a bit odd.
I should say so. Did you speak to Mrs. Singh after that?
Naturally. She said she had never texted me. She wouldn't have known how to do such a thing. I suppose it was all a bit of a joke, really.
Not a particularly funny one. What was the address?
Highfield Road. I forget the number.
Did you ever go back there?
Just once, out of curiosity. The place was boarded up with a for sale notice. It was all a ridiculous mistake.
Once again, Dr. Khan was playing the typical mild-mannered stoic. Was it all a disguise, and a particularly effective one? I couldn't make up my mind. In any event, I had other things to think about. Will Timpson, who had been so much enamoured of Tiffany, was in trouble with the law. Again. Erskine Brown, to whom he'd been sent when the Timpsons vowed to desert Rumpole, wanted him to plead guilty. So Will Timpson came back to me. We met in a familiar environment, the interview room in Brixton Prison.
It started when I got friendly with Jim Malloy.
That's unusual. I thought the Timpsons and the Malloys hated each other.
Well, so they do, but Jim and I got on all right. He was interested in the same things.
What sort of things?
Fast cars, girls, all of that, you know.
And burgling, I thought, but did not say.
Jim wanted us to do a corner shop just off Edgware Road.
7 to 9 Heckling Street?
Yeah, that's the one. Well, I went to look at it. Didn't seem to have much to offer. It was covered with CCTV cameras, so I said it weren't on.
That was very smart of you.
Well, I'm cautious, me. Jim come round and put a lot of the stuff he'd stolen in my garage.
Are you going to say that you didn't know it was stolen property?
Of course I didn't know it was stolen.
Hard to get a jury to believe you.
Yeah, but you'll do your best for me, won't you, Mr. Rumpole?
Yes, of course, I'll do my best.
It was a Pakistani run that shop.
Well, what's that got to do with it?
I'm thinking about that Pakistani doctor you're defending. The one that took Tiffany away from me. He's guilty as hell, isn't he?
Not yet. He's innocent until somebody proves otherwise.
I hope they lock him up in that Belmarsh and throw away the key.
I thought of Dr. Khan, a prisoner in his own home. He had some good friends, perhaps, but clearly at least one enemy.
At our last bridge club, Leonard Bullingham asked me to go with him to the flicks, his expression. There was a particular film he wanted to see. So I told Rumpole I was going to the cinema. I don't say the flicks, with an old school friend. The film in question was a story about a couple who lived with their child and their dog. When the child was kidnapped, the dog went off to save her. Of course, it all came right in the end. As the lights went up, I saw Leonard's eyes were filled with tears.
Profoundly moving, wasn't it?
Yes, indeed.
Now, I thought you'd like our local Indian restaurant. They do an excellent bang-bang chicken.
Oh, lovely.
Just between you and me, Hilda, I've had a piece of extremely good news.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, I've had the news, but of course I'm not allowed to tell anyone until it's been published officially. But I think that our friendship is such, Hilda, that we've learned to trust each other.
I suppose so.
I think I shall tell you, Hilda.
Please don't.
Why ever not?
Too much responsibility. At breakfast, Rumpole opened a page of the Times and began to laugh. What's so funny?
They've gone and made the Mad Bull a High Court judge.
Oh, really?
Kicked him out in Scarlet. The world's gone mad.
I'm sure Leonard Bullingham will make an excellent High Court judge.
He'll be madder than ever. Oh, by the way, I meant to ask you, how did you and that old school friend of yours enjoy the film?
Very much. In fact, we were moved to tears.
Bonnie Bernard arrived with further evidence against Dr. Khan from the prosecution. This consisted of a bundle of letters found in the doctor's desk drawer in the visitor's house at Oakwood. I read the translations. If these documents were to be believed, the quiet doctor, Tiffany's beloved husband and the father of her children, was a brother in the Holy Jihad, who wished to spill as much blood as possible before he had to appear before his God. Not only will famous buildings be targeted, but also public places wherever people congregate, is what it said. For at least 5 minutes, even my faith in Magna Carta wavered. Was the pugnacious Sagdan in fact right? But then I lit a small cigar and came to my senses. I had won a fair trial. We could at least call on the prosecution to prove the case. So, we'll have to make another visit to the desirable residence in Kilburn.
Not much point in that. Dr. Khan's no longer there.
Well, they set him free?
Hardly. He broke the conditions of his house arrest. He made a telephone call, a personal call to someone outside. So the doctor's in the nick.
Which nick exactly?
Brixton.
In the taxi on the way to Brixton, Bonnie Bernard told me he'd come up with some strange information.
Something rather odd about the Will Timpson case. We've got a list of all the stuff burgled from the corner shop.
Well, the one in Heckling Street.
That's it. Well, apparently, among all that stuff, there's a page of notes written in Urdu. The prosecution told me what they were all about.
What?
Allegations against our Dr. Khan.
What sort of allegations?
That he was plotting to blow up buildings in London, same as the letters we've got.
All from that corner shop.
Seems so.
We arrived at the prison, and I had no time to give the matter further thought. But I filed it away in my mind for further consideration.
I tell you, Mr. Rumpole, I know nothing of these letters saying I wanted innocent blood shed. Why should I say that?
It seems the letters were found in a drawer of your desk in the visitor centre. Do you keep that drawer locked?
Certainly.
Where's the key?
On my keyring.
When did you last use the drawer?
Before January. I took my wife and children to Paris for a few days after Christmas. Soon after I got back, I was arrested.
A certain gentleman called Will Timpson doesn't like you very much, does he?
He was once in love with my wife, Tiffany. He has rung her, advising her to leave me. No, he doesn't like me.
He was found in possession of some notes about the accusations made against you. And your telephone number. He says they were part of a lot of stuff stolen from a corner shop just off the Edgware Road.
Corner shop? Which corner shop?
7 to 9 Heckling Street, is that right, Bernard?
Quite right.
Heckling Street? My father's favourite shop out of all of them.
Your father? When did he sell it?
Oh, long, long ago, when things began to go wrong in all the shops. It broke his heart to sell them, particularly Heckling Street.
Sad story then about your father.
Oh, he survived. He had good friends like Mr. Jubal. He was always a friend to father, and through him we met his daughter, Benazir.
Benazir?
Now Benazir Whiteside, you know her?
I've heard of her from your wife.
You know, the Khans and the Jubals were long-time enemies in Pakistan. They fell out about a piece of land or something, but in England we were all great friends.
So can you think of any reason for notes about your alleged terrorist activities being in the Heckling Street shop?
No, Mr. Rumpole. Like everything else in my case, completely inexplicable.
As we left the prison, Bonnie Bernard asked the question I wasn't yet prepared to answer.
What does all the stuff about Heckling Street have to do with this case?
Who knows? But it might just be worthwhile finding out.
I was alone in the mansion flat one lunchtime when the telephone rang.
Hello, this is Mr. Justice Bullingham's clerk, madam. His lordship wishes to know, is Mr. Rumpole there?
No, Mr. Rumpole's not here. Then I heard a voice, which I took to be Leonard's.
Ask her if Rumpole's coming back for lunch.
Will Mr. Rumpole be home for lunch at all?
No, he will not. He's been at Brixton Prison. He'll probably call in at some ghastly pub on the way back to Chambers.
The lady said he's probably out at some ghastly pub.
Well, give me the phone, Barnes. Are you there, Hilda?
Yes, and I've been here all along.
I just had to make sure that Rumpole wasn't there with you and that we're alone. By the way, what did Rumpole say when he heard of my appointment?
I'm afraid he laughed.
Well, Rumpole must have the most extraordinary sense of humour.
I'm afraid he has.
Hilda, we must face up to the fact that we mustn't meet for a considerable time.
Even at the bridge club?
I shall have to avoid the bridge club now for the next, well, it may be months. It'll be very hard for me to do so, but it's a professional necessity. It's a matter of duty.
You mean a red judge isn't allowed to play bridge?
No, it's not that. It's just that I've been selected to try a case Rumpole's in, Regina versus Khan. I think they wanted someone tough who wouldn't stand for any nonsense. It'd be quite wrong for me to be seen consorting with his wife up to and during the trial.
Consorting? Is that what we've been doing?
After the verdict, of course, we can do as we like. I look forward immensely to dining with you at my club again. Oh, what a wonderfully happy time we had there, didn't we?
Well, yes.
Your Honour.
All right, Barnes. I'll be with him in a moment. That's the Master of the Robes. We're both going across to the inn for lunch.
But, Leonard...
I'll be thinking of you, Hilda.
I didn't know what to think. I went back to the kitchen and did something I rarely do. I poured myself a large glassful of what Rumpole calls his Chateau Thames Embankment. I thought it tasted rather nice, so I gave myself another glass as I tidied up the kitchen.
My next call was to the helpful Barrington Whiteside, who showed me Dr. Khan's room in the visitor centre. The police didn't come and ask you if they could search Dr. Khan's desk. Perhaps when he was away on his holiday, around Christmas last year.
Nobody came.
Nobody with anything so old-fashioned as a search warrant.
No one at all. I've talked to the other members of staff. They can't remember anyone asking to go through Mahmoud's desk and papers. Of course, no one would have been allowed to search unless they had a warrant.
Perhaps the special branch was doing a little unauthorized breaking and entering. They rather enjoy that. This is where the special branch say they found the letters. I think Bernard sent you a copy of the translations. Have you read them?
Disgusting. But I can't believe Mahmoud was involved in any of that. They might have sent him the letters, I suppose.
What for?
What for? To trap him, perhaps? To make him join them? What does Mahmoud say about the letters?
He says he's never seen them before in his life. They came as a complete surprise to him. That's what he says. Do you still believe he's innocent?
Well, of course I do. Don't you?
I'm not sure. But I'm prepared to act on that assumption.
Well, it's terrible for Mahmoud. Terrible if his own barrister doesn't believe he's innocent.
My beliefs, one way or the other, are completely irrelevant. I shall defend him to the best of my ability. Can I still rely on you as a character witness again?
Of course you can. The question is, can we trust you?
In the weeks that followed, Regina versus Malloy and Timpson came in for trial in Court 6 of the Old Bailey. I managed to get Will off the burgling charge, and on the receiving charge, a lenient judge gave him a suspended sentence.
Suspended sentence? I don't reckon anyone in the family's had one of them before.
Will Timpson left me to celebrate his good luck, but I couldn't forget his hatred of Dr. Khan, and the letters and Khan's telephone number and address, which had been found in his possession. I hadn't finished with the shop in Heckling Street yet. I had already told Bonnie Bernard to find out all he could about the shop and its owners, and tonight I was to meet him at 6 o'clock in Pomeroy's wine bar. Bonnie Bernard had been successful in his sleuthing, and he made his report.
The Heckling Street shop is part of a chain of corner shops owned by Baltistan British Services Limited.
You got a list of all the directors of the company?
Yes, it's back at the office. The company was founded about 15 years ago to take over a number of small shops and retail premises. I went to the shop in Heckling Street and I saw the manager, Mr. Ali Raza. I told him I was a solicitor, and perhaps he thought I was linked with the police. He became very helpful, Rumpole.
Did he indeed? When he'd finished his report, I asked Bonnie Bernard to serve a witness summons on Mr. Raza. For the first time in this case, I was looking forward to something with eager anticipation.
So, we meet again.
Yes, we meet at Philippi.
Philip who?
Philippi. I take it that Shakespeare is not one of New Labour's favourite authors. It's the last battle in Julius Caesar.
Really? Who won?
I didn't tell him it was the government, in the shape of Mark Antony. I took my seat in court, and glancing up at the public gallery, I saw she who must be obeyed. She was soon to witness the contest between myself and Judge Leonard Bullingham. As I glanced up, she raised her hand, and I saluted her quickly, remembering the gladiators in ancient Rome who felt that they were about to die. Tiffany was sitting behind me, wiping away tears with a crumpled handkerchief, but beautiful as ever. With her was a neatly dressed, grey-haired man she introduced as her dad, Ray Timpson.
You'll do your best for the doctor, I'm sure.
Oh, yes, I'll do my best. I did not tell him that I feared my best might not be good enough. Peter Plasto opened his case and read the jury the letters which quite obviously angered and disgusted them. It was midday before I got the chance of cross-examining the special branch superintendent in charge of the case.
You found the letters in my client's desk in the visitor's centre.
They were found there, yes.
Did you ask the hospital authorities for permission to search the office?
No.
Why not?
No doubt the officer did not want to give away the search. If Khan had heard of it, he might have removed the letters.
Exactly so, my lord.
Oh, so you're delighted to accept his lordship's answer to my question. But it's not his lordship who is giving evidence, and I can't cross-examine the learned judge, so please will you answer the questions in the future?
Members of the jury, Mr. Rumpole likes to make jokes. I would advise you to ignore them for the moment. Yes, Mr. Rumpole.
After you discovered these letters, you had my client followed.
We did.
And all that dedicated following produced no results, led to nothing.
On one occasion it did. He went into a house which had been the house of a known terrorist.
Was that a house in Willesden?
Yes, it was.
My client's case is that he got a message from a patient asking him to meet her at that house in Willesden. When he got there, he found some people whom he didn't know, and he left immediately.
I know nothing about that.
But if it's true, maybe he'd been led to that house, apparently a house of terrorists, so that he would look guilty to whoever was following him.
Is that the explanation you're seriously putting to the jury, Mr. Rumpole?
Yes, my lord, and I shall ask the jury to consider it seriously. Now, Superintendent, we must ask you this. Who gave you the information which led to the search of Dr. Khan's desk and the following of him?
My lord, the police can't be forced to reveal their sources in terrorist cases. It would be far too dangerous.
Now, that has to be right, doesn't it, Mr. Rumpole? I'm simply ruling that the sources must be protected.
If the rest of the case is to be shrouded in mystery, can we at least agree that the notes in Urdu and my client's address were found in a shop in Heckling Street?
I can't see the relevance of that, but I'm prepared to admit it.
Oh, much obliged.
Hilda and I had lunch together, sausages and mash, in the Old Bailey canteen.
I think Leonard Bullingham's being a bit hard on you, Rumpole. I don't see why you shouldn't know who gave the police the information, even if it's not going to help you at all.
Thanks very much, Hilda. I know how sensitive Leonard is to public opinion.
On the other hand, it's no use you trying to be rude to Leonard.
Well, you're probably right. It's just that I simply can't resist it.
Such a fascinating situation. Going to make a very interesting chapter in my memoirs.
Hilda, you're not writing your memoirs.
Of course. What else would I be doing in the box room with a word processor?
But they're not for publication.
Who can tell? My life is becoming extremely interesting.
Lunch was over, and so was the prosecution evidence. I told the bull that my character witness was needed back at the hospital, so could I possibly call him first? So Barrington Whiteside stepped into the witness box.
Mr. Whiteside, you have worked with Dr. Khan for, I think it's 15 years?
16 and a half.
And you also know him as a friend?
I'm acquainted with him and his wife, yes.
Acquainted? You saw a good deal of each other, you and your wife Benazir, and him and his wife, Tiffany.
We saw a little less of each other lately.
I looked round the court. On the benches behind me, Tiffany was puzzled and shaking her head. Benazir, dazzling in a bright sari, gave her husband an encouraging smile. I turned back to the witness box.
Why was that?
Dr. Khan seemed changed. He was silent. I thought he was troubled. It was as though he had something on his mind. He didn't seem to want a social life.
Really?
Mr. Whiteside, you know the charges that have been made against your friend, Dr. Kahn. He is accused of taking part in and encouraging terrorist activities. It's also alleged that he knew of terrorist plans and failed to inform the police. With your knowledge of his character, what is your view of the possibility of any of these charges being true?
I've said he seemed very remote, withdrawn. I'd say he was worried.
Speak up, Mr. Whiteside.
I did feel that he might be engaged in something illegal. I know he'd been involved in politics of some sort in Pakistan. Looking back on it, I suppose I'd have to admit the charge might be true. Of course, I have no evidence.
No, you haven't, have you, Mr. Whiteside?
I could not contain my excitement. The witness had walked straight into the trap I'd set for him.
Mr. Whiteside.
Now I got the usher to hand him a piece of paper.
Is that the proof of evidence you signed for my solicitor before the hearing of Dr. Kahn's case in front of the Special Immigration Appeals Committee?
I think so.
Well, just read out what you said about Dr. Kahn's character then. Just read it out, please, so we can all hear you.
In my opinion, and I know him extremely well, Dr. Kahn is incapable of any illegal act, and in particular, any act of terrorism.
At which I surprised Barry, and possibly the jury, by asking Mr. Justice Leonard Bullingham to rule that I could treat the witness as hostile. The law being that you can't call a witness and cross-examine him unless he has been found to be hostile.
The witness mustn't just be hostile to Mr. Rumpol's client. He must be proved to be hostile to the truth.
The completely contradictory statements clearly prove that this witness is hostile. I have to say that if your lordship were to refuse my submission, I would have to proceed at once to the Court of Appeal. In the interest of a fair trial for Dr. Kahn, I feel sure that both the appeal judges and public opinion would be on my side.
His lordship took time for thought. No doubt a newly appointed judge wouldn't wish to be rubbished by the Court of Appeal in one of his first cases, but it might have been public opinion that weighed more with him. To check this, he glanced up to the gallery. I'm not sure what the slight frown that she who must donated to him was meant to say, but happily he interpreted it in my favour.
I find that this witness has been hostile to the truth. You may cross-examine him, Mr. Rumpole.
Thank you, my lord. Mr. Whiteside, you know that when Dr. Kahn's father came here from Pakistan, he acquired about 10 corner shops in London.
He told me that, yes.
And he also acquired a very desirable residence on the better side of Kilburn. I think you rather admire that house, don't you?
Yes, we do. I know my wife and I feel it's a perfect family house.
For you?
Possibly for us, but of course it belongs to Dr. Kahn.
Who inherited it from his father?
Yes.
And you would have hoped it might be yours.
If Dr. Kahn didn't own it, yes. I suppose it's the sort of place we'd have liked, but of course it wasn't ours.
And Dr. Kahn and his wife, Tiffany, were your friends?
Yes.
Good friends?
Perfectly good friends.
Oh, we'll see about that. You know that Dr. Kahn's father's shops began to fail. There were fires, thefts, all sorts of misfortunes, so in the end he had to sell the shops.
I heard something about that.
Yes, I should rather think you did. The shops eventually became the property of a company called Baltistan British Services Limited. And the chairman of the Baltistan Company was, I'm sure you can tell us here, Mr. Whiteside, the chairman was Mr. Ahmed Jubal. And who was he?
My late father-in-law.
Quite right. And since his death, a director of Baltistan and a major shareholder is none other than your wife, Benazir.
Where's all this leading? I simply wonder where all this talk of companies and corner shops is leading.
Then wander on till truth make all things plain.
Mr. Rumpole, that's no answer to Mr. Plastow's question.
No, perhaps not, my lord. It's a small drop of Shakespeare, A Midsummer Night's Dream, which I thought the court might enjoy. If your lordship will allow me to ask these next few questions, I can show exactly where this is leading.
Very well, Mr. Rumpole, but keep it short. We haven't got all the time in the world, you know.
I promise your lordship I won't take up all the time in the world. Mr. Whiteside, one of the shops your wife's company runs is at numbers 7 to 9 Heckling Street, isn't it?
It might be.
And you know that shop in Heckling Street was burgled, don't you?
You should know that, Mr. Rumpole. Didn't you defend one of the burglars?
There was laughter from Plasto at this, in which the jury joined. As I turned to look at him, I caught Benazir Whiteside staring at me with a look of fury.
He's rather got you there, hasn't he, Mr. Rumpole?
I was in the case, my lord. That's why I happen to know so much about it. May I remind the jury of an admission made by the prosecution in their case?
Oh, very well, if you're coming to the point.
This is the point. Members of the jury, the prosecution admits that documents stolen from the office of the shop in Heckling Street included a paper with Dr. Khan's name on it and notes in the Urdu language referring to various acts of terrorism and suggestions of terrorist activities.
I don't know anything about that.
Don't you? It was your wife's shop.
She was a good friend to Dr. Khan, just as her father was a good friend to his father.
Was he such a good friend, I wonder? Didn't he sabotage the shops and secretly take over the business?
I can only repeat, I don't know anything about that.
And wasn't there something else? A long-term feud between the two families in Pakistan. A hatred of the Khans behind all that pretense of friendship. I glanced up at the public gallery. Hilda was leaning forward, apparently listening eagerly to my questions and Barry's answers. I had never received so much attention from her.
Mr. Rumpole, just where is all this leading to?
Directly to the question of my client's guilt or innocence, if your lordship will just be patient.
In my submission, your lordship has shown exemplary patience. But isn't it now time Mr. Rumpole put his case, whatever that may turn out to
be? In the public interest that I establish the facts leading up to an inevitable conclusion, my lord. These are all matters which the public has a right to know.
Very well, Mr. Rumpole. But the court relies on you to keep it as short as possible.
I will be brief. Mr. Whiteside, your wife was determined to carry on the family business. Her father had scooped up all the shops, but there was still one great asset the Khan family had left. And you wanted it desperately, didn't you?
Wanted what, exactly? I'm not at all sure what you're talking about.
That desirable residence. That fine house on the better side of Kilburn. Ruin Dr. Khan, and he'd have to sell it to you and your wife at a knockdown price. The Jubal family would have got it all.
How do you think we plan to get the house?
Mr. Whiteside, it is not for you to question counsel.
By forging letters about terrorism and leaving them in his desk when he was away on holiday.
Mr. Rumpole, are you suggesting that this gentleman and his wife rang up the police and gave them misinformation about your client?
Not directly, my lord. The police informant was Mr. Ali Raza, manager of the Heckling Street shop. That's why Dr. Khan's name and notes about alleged terrorist activities were found there. He was the so-called source. And if Special Branch want to deny this, no doubt my learned friend will have an opportunity of recalling the superintendent. I turned my attention to Barrington Whiteside again. Mr. Whiteside, things were all right for you when my client was in Belmarsh, weren't they? You could pretend to be on his side and hope he'd be stuck there forever. But then he was given house arrest and planted back in the property you wanted. Was that a bit of a blow for you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
But you do know Mr. Ali Raza, who rang the Special Branch with the lies that you and your wife told? Who sent the text message which asked Dr. Khan to visit a terrorist house? And who finally told them to search Dr. Khan's desk where you had hidden the forged letters?
I still don't know what you're talking about.
Then can my next witness, Mr. Ali Raza, be brought into court for the purpose of identification?
Call the next witness.
Call Mr. Ali Raza.
He came in. The man who had thought that Bonnie Bernard was a police officer and so had told him the whole story. Mr. Raza stood gazing up at the woman who was his employer, Benazir, and his appearance had an immediate effect on Barrington Whiteside.
It was her. Her all the time. Her idea.
And he pointed across the court at his wife, Benazir.
She wanted the house. She wrote the letters. Do you think I could have written them? They were written in Urdu. She got Raza to contact the police. It's all her doing, every bit of it. All this stupid business. She wanted it to happen. And I'm not paying for it.
At this, he sat on the seat in the witness box and seemed to sob. There was an embarrassed silence in court, so that you could hear the clock by Hilda's seat ticking. And then the silence was broken by Peter Plastow, who moved to ask for a short adjournment so that the prosecution could consider its position. Regina versus Khan was in fact over, and the Queen had almost finished her business with the long-suffering doctor. After he'd been released, he came to say goodbye to me.
Barry and Benazir? I can't understand it. I thought we were best friends.
Yes. Very disappointing.
I tell you quite honestly, Mr. Rumpole, I shall miss their company.
While Rumpole was saying goodbye to his client, I was invited to take a dish of tea in his lordship's room. We were alone together over the tea.
Dear Hilda.
And Leonard looked at me and said an extraordinary thing.
When we're married, Hilda, I can't wait to take you out dancing.
Did you say dancing?
My ex-wife and I had such fun at tea dances in the Waldorf Hotel and all sorts of places. Can you tango, Hilda?
No, I certainly can't tango.
Well, then it'll be such fun teaching you. My ex-wife wore a special dress to tango in, and I wore a suit and a hat. My ex-wife said I looked very South American.
Did she indeed? I'm afraid I have no intention of learning the tango.
Oh, dear. Well, that is disappointing. What about the bossa nova?
I'm afraid not. Not the bossa nova either.
That night we were eating pork chops and mash. Hilda sipped her glass of Pomeroy's very ordinary and said,
What would you have done if Leonard hadn't allowed you to cross-examine your own witness?
I'd have gone to the Court of Appeal. Leonard's dead scared of the Court of Appeal. Are you planning to continue your bridge sessions with him in the future?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Why not?
You know he wanted me to divorce you.
Well, he'd taken a shine to you, but isn't that going a bit too far? I mean, divorce. It'd be hard to imagine life without you, Hilda.
Of course it would. Well, I'm staying with you. I'm not going to see so much of Leonard after what he suggested.
Well, what was that?
Dancing lessons.
What?
He actually suggested that we should go to dancing lessons together. The idea's ridiculous.
Mad bull dancing.
So, I won't be seeing so much of your friend Leonard in future.
When I went into my room at Chambers that morning, it was full of Timpsons. All the Timpsons who had dismissed me, plus Tiffany's father, Ray.
It's very good to see you all.
Dennis was once again the spokesman.
If I can express the feelings of the meeting, we would like to reappoint you as our official brief, Mr. Rumpole.
Yeah, that's right.
We're not at all satisfied with the alternatives that have been found for various of our family members. Would you be prepared to act for us again, Mr. Rumpole, if and when the need arises?
At any time of the day or night. So life was back to normal. There would be new closing speeches, further hopefully devastating cross-examinations, more small cigars, and further bottles of Chateau Thames Embankment, stretching away into a more or less contented future. There was only one cloud in the sky, at present a cloud no bigger than a man's hand, but who could tell what it might grow into? It was the possible future publication of the memoirs of She Who Must Be Obeyed.
In Part 2 of Rumpole and the Reign of Terror by John Mortimer, Horace Rumpole was played by Timothy West. His wife Hilda was Prunella Scales. Claude Erskine Brown, Nigel Anthony. Fred Sugden, Kim Durham. and Dr. Mahmoud Khan was Shiv Grewal. Will Timpson was Ben Crow, Judge Bullingham, Christopher Benjamin, Bonnie Bernard, Bruce Alexander, Barrington Whiteside, Geoffrey Whitehead, and Peter Plasto, Christopher Scott. Other parts were played by members of the company. Rumpole and the Reign of Terror was directed by Marilyn Imrie.